Hey everyone, welcome to Folk&Myth, where tonight's green room was a bunch of laughter and silliness, but there's no end for that in sight, because tonight we are playing Goblins with a fat ass.
For the feast!
Fattest of asses.
Big old booty cakes.
Big old booty cakes. And we're going to get to all of that bootylicious stuff here in just a minute, or be honest, 10, because I've got some shit to talk about. Everyone, we're doing tonight's stream in support of charity. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that in a second. Before we do that, I have a few quick shout outs to give. First shout out, Folk&Wacky, an amazing streamer who helped cajole Bleak and I, Folk&Myth, quite some time ago into doing this 10-day shenanigans of streaming. And then also Guild Superior, who somehow managed to get roped into this fiasco as well. But it's all for a good cause, and doing well, actually, because we hit our goal tonight, actually, on Folk&Wacky stream of $2,500. And now we are on to our stretch goals. First stretch goal being $3,000. Let's see if we can actually hit that tonight. We shall see. Also, huge shout out to Raven Sarah Knight, best mod in the universe. Feeling a little bit under the weather tonight, so feel free to please wish them well in the chat. They will much appreciate it. In the meantime, Bleak Season, my final shout out to my partner in crime, Mr. Bleak Season, also in chat, moderating and helping keep us going tonight. It should be a whole ton of fun. Onward and upward, World Central Kitchen. They were founded in 2010 by Chef Jose Andres. The World Central Kitchen, rather, is a non-profit organization that is first to the front lines providing meals in response to crisis. They have served more than 400 million nourishing meals around the world. When disaster strikes, WCK's relief team gets a cooking and serving meals to people in need. Wow, I know, it's so good. They're great, yes. They partner with organizations on the ground and activate their network of local restaurants, food trucks, emergency kitchens, all to serve comforting meals to survivors of disaster as quickly and effectively as possible. To support regional economies, they prioritize purchasing local ingredients and to cook with and distribute directly to families in need. Please join us along with Folk&Wacky and Guild Superior as we support this incredible organization and all the amazing work that they do across the globe. Onward. There are a bunch of things that you can do in support of World Central Kitchen that will have an effect on tonight's game. There are incentives for the donations that you make. Links should be in the chat. Just to go through what those donations are for you, $5 will allow you to give the goblin of your choice a glute injection. An injection into their gluteus maximus that gives them a bonus of +1 on their next throwing ass roll. Now, you might feel like that's not a lot. It's actually quite a lot. It's actually really, really good in this game. This is a very simple-minded system, and a +1 to a throwing ass roll, which is the only roll that these goblins are going to be making, is actually a pretty good thing. So don't. Oof. I got muted again. Damn it. Sorry about that. I'm going to have to fix that here in a second. We'll get to that. The disturbance in the ass. $10 donation. Goblin of your choice suffers from ass deflation and rolls one less ass dice for an entire scene. An entire scene. And it's only $10. Creep. I'm sorry. I know you're going to get targeted by that. And I'm sorry.
I haven't seen his bull in here. Bull, don't you fucking dare.
But for $15, the goblins get junk in the trunk. you can get a gobbo of your choice some extra loots in their pockets. For $25, we can cause fire in the hole, where one of these goblins is going to roll up for a complication that affects everybody for an entire scene. Or if you want to, you can back that ass up a bit and give the goblin of your choice an instantaneous rest, where they sit down, rest their booty, recover up to their maximum ass dice, and importantly, that rest does not advance the chaos clock. You might see here above me this little goblin man riding a rocket. Yeah, that's the chaos clock. We're going to get to that in just a minute because it's important. But speaking of chaos clock, if you really want to cause mayhem, you can go twerking around the clock, where you advance that chaos clock. Now, we have to be careful with that, though. It's a $40 donation, and it's limited. That can only be done 4 times in the stream. 4. Because once that chaos clock reaches all the way to the end, shit's gonna happen. Shit's gonna happen. Speaking of shit happening, here's some rules for the game. It's really, really not much. First thing we gotta go over is throwing ass. You guys know how to throw ass, right? You roll dice based on how much ass you have. You guys can see next to all their lovely, lovely faces how much ass they have to throw around. You can get bonuses if you've got a particular skill or a piece of loot that you think can help you. I'm going to be generous with that, but I really want you guys to explain what kind of shenanigans you're getting up to, and whether or not your crying skill that you're proficient in is important. Because I think somebody is proficient. Isn't somebody proficient in crying? I forget. But then you can also... There we go.
I am not. No.
But then we can also get some penalties. You guys can either help or hinder each other in throwing ass. And we're going to go over the benefits of that a little bit later. But if you hinder someone in your group when they're throwing ass, they lose 1 dice in their check. So... something to keep in mind. And then also, if you get dazed, confused, or scared, which is essentially your hit points in this game, you cannot become all 3. If you ever become all 3, you lose all your ass, and you're not much of a goblin anymore. You're a dead goblin. Sometimes that's the best kind of goblin, if I'm being honest, but we'll see if our goblins get that far. If you ever are rolling dice, you need to get 6s. You're rolling d6s, you want 6s. The more 6s you have, the better. But if you roll 1s, those cancel out the 6s. And if you roll a 4 or a 5, that technically counts as a success. But if that's your highest number, it's only a partial success. For what it's worth, if you roll 1s and no 6s, that's bad. You can still get a partial success if you rolled a 4 or a 5, but the chaos clock is going to advance based on the number of 1s you roll. So, yeah, don't roll 1s, guys. Rolling 1s is bad. Oh, hi there. Hello. Yep, you slipped on my arm. This is Kieran, by the way. He's adorable and tiny and young and doesn't know any better. And he's purring, and I love you. Let's see, where were we? You can rest to recover... Oh, no, I skipped a thing. If you have to throw ass, regardless of whether or not you succeed at throwing ass, so whether you passed, got success, partial success, or a failure, you lose 1 ass. It's going to be gone if you have to roll dice until you rest, which, when you rest, the entire group rests as one. All of you get to recover your ass. Get your ass back. You get to recover from 1 of your status effects, so dazed or confused or whatever. The chaos clock advances 3 steps. 3. Damn. 3. Do not recommend resting a whole bunch, but sometimes you're going to have to rest. If you roll doubles on anything, whether it's 2 1s, 2 6s, 2 4s, or whatever, something can happen. If it's an even number, something good happens. If it's an odd number, something bad happens. You can also hip check. You can throw a little bit of extra ass to improve, or maybe hurt your chances of doing things where after you see what your success is, you can decide to spend 2 ass, meaning you lose them, to go up. So if you got a partial success, you can turn it into a success. If you got a failure, you could turn it into a partial success. Or you can get back 1 ass by going down. Generally speaking, don't recommend going from a partial success to a failure, but it might work out for you. It's entirely up to you. And then, as of course, last thing on here, Peak Goblin Energy. If you decide to hinder one of your companions, meaning they roll less ass dice, you get 1 ass back yourself. So feel free to play a little bit of chaos upon each other. All right, last thing that we're going to go over before we really get into this adventure tonight is the chaos clock. As you can see, it is up above. Whenever our companions flame out, meaning that they fail, they roll a bunch of 1s, whatever, the chaos clock is going to start advancing. As the chaos clock moves across the screen at different points, certain things were going to happen. At 3, everybody's going to get some extra ass dice, but they're temporary. They don't increase your maximum. They're just there for you to use, and then you don't get them back if you rest. When it hits 6, everybody, instead of getting 2 temporary ass dice, they get 1 temporary ass dice, and officially the guards are on alert, meaning that the game is supposed to get harder, and that's entirely up to me. So be nice. Be nice to your storyteller. When it gets 9, you don't get any temporary ass dice. Nope. And on top of that, 2s counts as 1s.
Oof.
Yeah. Meaning that they cancel out 6s and they advance the chaos clock. So there's that. Once we hit the end, meaning we are no longer at point 1, we are at point 12 on the chaos clock. It's all out pandemonium. All hell breaks loose. You goblins better be hauling ass because we're in full chaos mode. You have 1 scene to get shit done and get the fuck out, or you're going to get caught. You're going to get probably killed because you're goblins. So it's gob or die time, folks. How you guys feeling? You ready to go? You ready to cause some goblin chaos? You ready to throw ass? All right.
Ass.
Born to throw ass.
You are born to throw ass. I love it. I love it. All right, you know what we're going to do now? We're going to roll, because that's what this adventure is. It is completely fucking random, and somehow I'm going to improvise my way as an experienced game master through this randomness. We're going to see what our adventure is all about. We're going to go clockwise around the board here. Bonesy, could you please tell us who the mark is? Roll a d6.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no pressure.
Big bucks, no whammies.
It is. Scroll back up. A retired war criminal.
Ooh, all about
the war crimes.
All about the war crimes. You are going to be attempting to rob from a retired war criminal. And I have just received news that we have gotten a donation.
Woo!
From Jeremy at Wanderer's Haven. Love you, Jeremy. Players, we're twerking around the clock here.
Oh.
The chaos clock, before we have even rolled a well, we rolled 1 dice. One dice has been rolled.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's fair.
The chaos clock is now at 2.
Thank you for your donation.
Thank you for your donation, Jeremy.
We're gonna be fine.
You're gonna be fine. It's
I
totally
feel good about it.
It's totally fine. Brian, speaking of fine, you need to roll where the job is at. Please tell us.
Okay.
Please tell us where the job is.
Okay. A gala at the mayor's mansion.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So we're robbing from a retired war criminal, and we're going to a gala at the mayor's mansion. Sorry, Munchkin. You're going to have to go over here. Lovely. Love it. Thank you. Creep, you're up. What's the goods, yo?
I rolled a 1.
Lovely. Big, stonking gold bars. somehow
Yeah.
you guys are going to have to steal a bunch of big stonking gold bars.
I feel good about it.
It's gonna be perfect. Gonna be lovely. Sarah, you're up. You need to tell us who's guarding these gold bars.
Right. So not only underpaid guards, obviously, but
Right.
a bunch of dwarf pirates as well.
Oh dear Lord.
It turns out they hate goblins, which I think is really rude.
It's awful. I mean, who hates goblins? That's
I know. What is wrong with them?
yeah. Seriously, people.
I guess we're gonna have to kill them all.
Maybe.
I'm into it.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Creep, coming back to you. What are these gold bars locked in?
Oh, okay, let's see. We'll roll different dice for this one. I rolled 5.
You rolled a 5. They
Oh my God.
are. Oh no.
Oh no.
You rolled the Torment Nexus.
It's Nexus.
I feel like that's really on brand for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it. It has a different font and is like bold in the
Yeah.
rule doc.
It's not
so
great.
Always good.
It's so crazy because that's exactly what I call Creep's house.
Oh. So wait, so is it just in Creep's house? That feels like it would be easier to get to.
Creep's house is sponsoring a gala for the mayor.
Yeah.
And has hired a bunch of dwarven pirates to.
Explain yourself.
Sponsored by.
This all checks, really.
Yeah.
Okay. Who? You know what, Bones? I'm gonna make you do it. Bones,
Oh, okay.
please roll what our first complication is, because further complications can happen. But what's our first complication? What'd you get?
Did you roll double torment nexus? Yeah.
You rolled double Torment Nexus.
Yeah.
5!
So many torment nexuses. Next
That's our
side,
stream, everybody.
Nexi.
Good night.
It's been really fun playing with everybody.
Good seeing you guys again.
I feel great.
We're gonna be fine.
Maybe this is like a double negative situation and it cancels
Femdez.
itself out.
PEMDAS. It's PEMDAS, man.
Right.
Tell you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Lovely.
Mhm.
So, would you guys now like to actually, you know what? I'm going to do my intro. I'm going to do my introduction here, and then we're going to go around the table and let you guys introduce your characters. So, the air in Gruzzle Grub is thick with the smell of sizzling mystery meat, fermented slug stew, and the unmistakable tang of goblin funk. All around you, goblins are running amok, gathering their treasures for the event of the year. The grand gluteus gobble festival of fabulously fattening foods and bottomless bounty. Makeshift tents are thrown up in crooked rows, decorations are strewn about, mostly bits of broken furniture and old bootstraps. Everywhere you look, there's a goblin chomping down on something, unidentifiable most of the time, yelling for more grub or desperately trying to barter for some top-shelf trash. The whole city's alive, buzzing with energy. Everyone's got their eye on the prize, impressing the Grand Poobah and getting their hands on the biggest, most gluttonous goblin feast of the year. Just as the chaotic chatter reaches a fever pitch, a squat, scraggly goblin with a crooked hat climbs onto a pile of crates, holds up his hands for silence. His voice scratches out over the crowd, loud, theatrical.
All right, you filthy little stinkmongers. Pipe down. It is my honor and glorious privilege to introduce to you the one, the only, Grand Poobah, ample bottom, big boss buttocks, chief cheeks of bloat, supreme seat smasher, his heftiness, Heine the Huge.
In a rumble, in a wheeze, the massive form of the Grand Poobah waddles onto the stage, 6 feet wide, probably just as tall. None of you are taller. every step makes the boards creak under his weight. He settles down into his towering throne, bizarre contraption of pieced together rickety furniture, crates crumbling, and some horrifying amount of fluff and stuffing. He waves a meaty hand over the crowd as everyone is cheering. Hiney, 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 Hiney.
Hiney.
Ah, my glorious goblins, my wriggling little grubs. Today is no ordinary day. Today we gather for the grand, gluteous Gobble Festival of fabulously fattening foods and bottomless bounty. A day of feasting, a day of gluttony, and most importantly, a day of loot. Yes, the more shiny things you bring to me, the better your spot in the feast. Now I know some of you might be thinking, what's the point of scrambling through muck and danger for a few bits so shiny? But let me tell you, those who bring me the choicest treasures, the strangest curiosities, the most absurd bits of whatever it is that you find, will feast like the mighty Grand Poobah himself. And those who bring me nothing but scraps, you'll be scraping the bottom of the stew pot with the rest of the riffraff. So get out there, my gobbos, and don't come back empty-handed. No, impress me or stay hungry. With a wide grin, he thumps his belly with both hands, signaling the start of your treasure hunt as the crowd erupts into cheers, shouts, and a renewed frenzy of gobbo energy. The path is open for you, brave goblins, to gather your loot, charm the Grand Poobah, and claim your place at the feast. If you would be so kind now, everyone, to please introduce yourselves and introduce your goblin friend. We'll start with you, Bones.
Hey, that's me. I'm Bones. I'm Little Bones, 309 of Little Bones. And I am playing Lady Hambone. She is former goblin nobility and was perhaps maybe kicked out of the nobility for biting everybody. It was a little bit too much biting, which Lady Hambone does not believe. She is, the best way you could describe her is that part in E.T. where E.T. gets dressed up as a girl with a blonde curly wig and the lipstick. That is kind of what Lady Hambone looks like, except one major difference: all of her teeth have been filed into little sharp points for maximum bitage. She is a beautiful shade of green, and she's quite beautiful, honestly, for goblin standards. But she also has a darling little pet rat who she loves very much, and she pets him, very, very lovingly stroking him. He's very good. His name is Chumbling. Anybody who would stop to talk to her will explain, this is Chumbling, my son. I love him. And she does carry around a space bag full of toilet wine, prison toilet wine that she has made herself. It's very tasty.
Fucking lovely. Sarah, would you like to tell us about Bitsy?
I would love to. Hi, my name is Sarah Moore. My pronouns are she, her. You can find me all over the internet at Pixies and Pins. And today I will be playing Bitsy, who was blessed by an enthusiastic booty nymph with this just massive green dump truck that she's got. She really likes to be naked. And in fact, she is always naked. They keep trying to get her to put clothes on, and like camera pans away and comes back and they're just gone. I don't know where they're just not there. She's got a magic bean. She's very good at stealing things. She's also carrying around a bottle of very flammable oil and some ball bearings, and I'm sure that those won't come into play.
Not
Probably.
at all. Not at all. Creep. Tell us about
Hi,
yourself
hello.
and Babs.
I'm Darling Creepshow, your resident creep on Twitch. I play TTRPGs with my friends all across the internets, and over on my channel you can mostly find me painting miniatures. Find me everywhere as Darling Creepshow. But tonight I am playing Babs, or Barbara Biscuits, but all of her friends knows her as Babs. Babs is a little bit rougher looking. She's seen some shit, especially from her days down in the Gluteum mines. She's a little dirtied up. You find her in her classic blue coveralls. There's probably still some dried up flecks of Gluteum on there. She's got her little hair tied up in a red scarf with little white polka dots. She's probably standing in the corner, like hanging out, spitting on the ground, kind of staring around at everybody. A little more rough and tumble of the goblin folks.
Awesome. Love it. And last, certainly not least, Mr. D20 Monkey himself. Brian, please.
Hi, everybody. I'm Brian. You can find me all over the internet as D20 Monkey. Today, hi everybody. I'm playing Splats. I am unlike some of the other folks here amongst this group, I'm a veteran. I'm a veteran of the Boo Wars. I was a member of the Howling Pokers, some of the living artillery used for the Assapults in our hard conflict against the Mistress of the Mammaries. They'd load me up, shoot me over. I was basically number one poker for at least 3 weeks before I got hurt and they sent me back. But basically, if Splats is standing here basically just wearing pants, no shirt, got leather straps, kind of holding stuff on him. He's got a long piece of hardtack that he's basically gnawed down into a shiv. That's what he used for, for the implant poking when they fire him out of the Assapult. And on the other shoulder, he's got a petrified rabbit that he calls Jolene. We may learn about her, we may not, who knows. But
who knows? Anything can happen in Goblin with a fat ass. So, ladies and gentlemen, as the Grand Poobah has commanded all of his goblins to go out and bring him treasure for the feast, your unlikely group of companions has come together to talk about their heist, what it is that they think they can do to impress the Grand Poobah. Before one of you settles on this notion that you have heard of these gold bars and this gala at a mayor's mansion and such, I would like to know what rejected ideas your goblins have for the things that you think you might steal.
Oh. Like what we think would impress the Grand Poobah. Is that what we're saying?
Yes, but it needs to be dumb and ridiculous because someone amongst your group is going to tell you, no, that's no.
Great.
shitters. We ought to steal the shitters. Mayor's house gonna have all them porcelain shitters. Ain't like the mountain houses we've been using out here in the fields. It's gonna be nice. They're gonna be like white, like polished and shit.
I don't think he would like that.
Who doesn't like sitting on a nice shitter?
I see your shitters, your porcelain throne, if you will.
Yeah.
And I raise you dolls.
Oh, like creepy dolls?
No, like regular dolls, porcelain dolls, plastic dolls, the handmade cloth dolls, dolls of various types, hair dolls. The list of dolls and in their value is endless, truly.
So creepy dolls. That's what I heard.
No, just dolls, regular dolls. Dolls.
All dolls are creepy. They staring at you with them dead eyes.
I don't think they're creepy. I think they're quite nice. They encourage me to make my toilet wine. I mean, my what?
Do they talk to you specifically, or?
No, they don't talk. They're dolls. But their presence is encouraging.
What about ice cubes? They're sparkly. He said he wanted sparkly things, right? We could get an ice cube. We could go take those.
Are you? I'm gonna ask you a question there, Betsy. Are you familiar with the concept of ice when it is removed from whatever container or whatever bucket you pull it out of? You know,
we could put it in another bucket. It's not hard. You just put it in another bucket, and then you take that bucket home, and then we would have the little sparkly ice cube. They look like diamonds sometimes, and he likes diamonds.
Shit, you convinced me. I'm on the ice train now. Hell,
Okay, great.
Yeah, you convinced me. Yeah.
Cool.
What about some grubs? Like some big fat grubs. You know, when we was down in the mine stuck down there, we didn't have much, but we had grubs to eat, grubs for days. I feel like maybe the mayor's got a taste for the grubs, you know? Look at him. He kind of looks like a giant grub. Feel like too long, squishy eyes.
Don't we already have grubs?
I don't know if I like the idea of grubs. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate grubs.
Yeah, they're very tasty.
But they're great in the toilet wine. But do you think that they are sparkly enough? They are most precious enough?
We just throw a little glitter on them, honey.
Oh man, glitter's
We
gonna
can roll the grubs in glitter.
in glitter. Like we need like gold glitter because then they like shine and shit. That'd be great.
Bitsy immediately throws glitter because she's always at festivals.
You're ready for it. You're ready for it. Just gotta go get the grubs now.
My mouth was open.
This reminds me of that time I was at Goblin Palooza.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
Glitter everywhere.
I had glitter in every
God
kind of
telephone.
crevices after that. Just everything. It was just... What are we stealing?
I don't think that we should steal any of those things. I think that we should get something that is big and heavy and shiny and
Like fish?
solid mass, not squishy, something very biteable. Very biteable.
Fish still seems... That seems like that's all of those things, right?
Fish ain't bad. I mean, there's some shiny fish in the world.
Shiny,
you know?
and they're big and solid, and you bite them.
Don't they have? They got gold ones, though, right?
Gold!
Oh.
We should steal gold.
Okay.
Shit. Why didn't any of us think of that?
We just
All right.
did, together with our hearts and our minds and our asses.
Unstoppable team, folks.
Amazing.
All right, then.
Babs, what is the name of your arch enemy?
My arch enemy, King Woodbooger.
Oh, that guy sucks.
I hate that guy.
He's a big bummer, you know. Fucking King Woodbooger.
King Woodbooger is walking by, and you see him kind of glaring at your group, particularly glaring at you, Babs. And you see him there as his pickaxe over his shoulder. Looks like he's fresh from the Gluteum mines. And you see that his previously mediocre ass is now a fucking green dump truck.
God damn it! Look
As
at that
he's like
Woodbooger.
as he's like walking away from you, he's giving it a little bit of extra shimmy as he's
All
going.
caked up on a Friday. I hate him.
And he stops and he turns and he looks over his shoulder and he locks eyes with you, Babs. And he just says, "Hey there, Babs. I hope you's got something good you're gonna steal. Better than last year when you ended up scraping the cook pot."
Get out of
And
here, booger.
He just winks at you. He starts shimmying away.
Babs, would you like me to bite that man?
Yeah, deflate that.
Oh, we
Deflate that.
we can shiv shit out of him right here, right now, if you want him to, Babs.
Do it.
I would like to go ahead and bite his. I would like to bite him. I'm biting.
Is Lady Hambone going to go and attack King Woodbooger?
Yes, I'm doubling down on this.
Okay.
I think Babs is like, you know that ass is full of gluteum. That ain't no real ass.
I love biting gluteum. It's one of my
I know
favorite
how you feel. Go get him. Go get him, Hambone.
As we have established, gluteum increases one's cake-pacity, providing you tremendous ass lifts. That's the only way that Woodbooger of all Gobbos could possibly have gotten a green dump truck.
Can I steal his pickaxe while she's biting him?
You can certainly try. We are starting off already with 2 throwing ass rolls.
Throw some
Can I
ass.
try to distract King Woodbooger while they're doing
Abso-frickin-lutely.
that?
Yeah.
You pick it. You pick which of your companions before you guys roll. You pick which of your companions you're going to help. Brian, if you wanted to help the other one, and that's entirely feasible.
I'm definitely gonna help.
You just need to.
I'm gonna help Hambone.
You
Can
just need
I-
to say how you're helping. So, Creep, you said that you're just trying to distract Woodbooger.
Yeah. She like turns around and like flaunts her ass at him, and she goes, "It's all natural, baby, all natural."
And how are his splats helping?
I
Brian?
want to try to help Bitsy because of my stuff. I can do a disarm, so I basically want to try to get the pickaxe out of his hand.
Okay. Since Bitsy is the one doing the roll, what I will let you do for helping is you, while Lady Hambone is sneaking up there and getting ready to bite the ass, and Babs is sitting there shaking her booty to distract Woodbooger, I'll say that you pull Bitsy aside and you start whispering all of your tips on how to get that axe out so that she gets the +1.
Was that a tip with a P? Tips? You're whispering tips?
Yeah,
Checking.
there's only one. Just make him bleed.
Great.
If he
okay,
bleeds, he'll drop it.
Great.
All right,
Yeah,
so
that's very
we
smart.
have 2
Smart.
throwing ass rolls here.
So,
Lady Hambone.
do I get to add an extra one because I have a skill of stealing shit?
Yeah, stealing shit totally applies here. You get an extra dice, so you're up to 7 bones.
I roll 4 of them. Is it correct? The 4, the D6, yes?
Well, you got 5d6 because
Oh, yeah.
Babs is helping, and do any
yeah,
of
that's
your
right.
do any of your skills in particular help you with biting ass?
No. The dogs. But
So-
I just really love doing it.
Okay.
It's just my favorite thing.
That's just my favorite thing in the world.
It's just my favorite thing to do. And then reminds me, is there a target that I am
Yes,
trying to get?
You have to get above 3 in
Oh,
order to
okay.
even partially succeed, but you want 6s and you don't want 1s.
Okay, I
So-
have no ones.
Okay, that's
Same.
great.
And I have 3 above 3. I have 2 4s and a 5.
So you have 2 4s and a 5. So 2 4s is a twist. That's a pair, and it's an even number. So you get a twist. So you get an extra good thing out of it. So you do a partial success. Partial success does come with a complication, though. Just saying. And Sarah, what did you said you also got no 1s?
I got 3 2s, a 3, and a 4, 5, and 6.
Okay, so the 6 is what counts here. So the 6 is a full success.
Great.
You succeed without any complications. You did get 2 2s though, so that's also a twist, right? You said you got 2 2s,
I did.
not 2 3s. Okay,
Correct.
so that's also a twist. So you're also not only succeeding, you're going to get an extra little perk out of it too.
Great.
So, Bones, please do us a favor and describe how awful King Woodbooger's ass tastes.
Oof.
as you bite into it.
Before I do this, I would like to explain to you how I'm going up to him.
Totally.
I am getting down on all fours, and my arms are like this, and I'm scurrying as fast as I can. And I kind of like I move like a little bug, if you will. I'm very bug-like, and I feel like this would impress Babs because Babs likes grubs. Grubs are bugs. And I kind of like Spider-Man up to him, and I go, ha! And I bite into him, and his buttocks, his booty would the only way I could describe it is, are you familiar with the term a shoey? No. Okay, great. So a shoey is when you pour cheap beer into a shoe and then you drink it. That's what it tastes like. Very bad, except for it's my the Bones is Tom's. Bones wears her Tom's every day, and she does not wear socks.
Lovely. So as Lady Hambone bites into this horrible ass of King Woodbooger, Bitsy, you take full advantage of this opportunity to steal this pickaxe successfully.
Yeah, he's already bleeding, so I just yoink it. I might actually say yoink.
Yeah, as you grab onto it, you say yoink, you pull it away, and
Totally it works.
you notice your perk here, your extra special thing from your twist is you see as Lady Hambone bites into Woodbooger and a tumble starts to happen. A little tiny pouch falls from Woodbooger's hip and lands on the ground not too far from you. You can go over and you can scoop it up.
Scoop it.
As you scoop it up, it's open just a teeny tiny bit, and you smell fresh powdered gluteum.
Hell yeah.
You can add to your inventory a small pouch of fresh powdered gluteum. Now, Bones, you did get a complication, but you also got a little bonus extra good thing out of this. So I would like for you to describe for me what good happens from Lady Hambone and Woodbooger tumbling into the Grand Poobah's tent.
The Grand Poobah sees Lady Hambone's amazing biting skills, and he is so impressed by this. He thinks that this is very sexy, and is just enamored, perhaps for momentarily, maybe forever, who's to say? And is by Lady Hambone's biting skill, and it's very good. And also, it's good.
Okay. So as this happens, the Grand Poobah, a tiny bit of slug hanging out of his mouth, he slurps it up as this happens, and his eyes go wide as he sees Lady Hambone, and there's a moment where time seems to stop. Lady Hambone is picking herself up off of the ground, putting a foot onto the back of the head of Woodbooger as she stands, for support, right? And dusting herself off, looks up and sees that she is face to face with the Grand Poobah himself.
Take my breath away.
In that moment of soon-to-be love that occurs, everything goes silent for Lady Hambone. And then all of a sudden, she is thrown backwards as King Woodbooger stands up. She is hurled out of the tent. But that might have been a good thing, because in that moment, the Grand Poobah comes out of his haze, and a goblin confrontation begins between the Poobah himself and King Woodbooger. And you know that a confrontation such as this is not likely to go well for King Woodbooger. And you start scurrying away. As you scurry away, however, it is worth pointing out that we just got some more donations
Woo!
to charity. Brungal, I see, donated, but he donated a D&D advantage, and we're not playing D&D. So I don't know if that's Brungal giving Phoenixy Wacky a perk or our stream. If Brungal, if you're in the chat, please clarify, because we'll have to do something. But we also got a different donation from Calisandra of some junk in the trunk for a goblin. Technically, this was a goblin of their choice. So we'll see who ends up getting that. We'll give it a minute. If Calisandra does not let us know in chat, it was supposed to be Brian. Okay, there we go.
Brian.
Good to know. Brian, you
Yeah.
get some junk in your trunk. You get to roll a d6, please,
Okay.
and we'll see what extra cool little perk of awesome items you got.
4.
4. You get, this is appropriate, a pinch of enriched gluteum,
Ooh.
4 glass vials, an unexploded artillery shell,
Yes.
Best day of my life.
and some moldy bread.
Delicious.
Still the best day of my life.
Just keeps getting better.
The mold is the best part. It adds the flavors.
Please tell us where you find all of this stuff.
In this moment, I mean, just because everything else, the chaos of what's happening at the Grand Poobah's tent, and King Wood Dick, whatever his name is, gets rolled out of it backwards, and they're getting ready to have their throwdown. I see an opportunity. I've watched Bitsy and a couple other people that are light fingered out here doing shit. There's probably a crate that most people would probably think is trash, but to me, that's treasure. So I just take a minute to kind of rifle around through it. Only thing I really lock my eyes on is that unexploded artillery shell. But just because it's in a bag, I grab the whole bag. Honestly, I like to think in this moment it might even be there might even be something stenciled on the side of it in Goblin that just basically says property of King Woodbooger. And I just basically just steal his shit. Apparently, I mean Babs doesn't like him, so that's all the reason I need.
And he's not going to need it anymore. As Lady Hambone comes back to the group, with Bitsy and Splats, looking through their newly acquired loots, Hambone, you lock on to eyes with Babs. And what do you tell her about King Woodbooger's fate?
I think that the only way that Lady Hambone can describe it is she's still in there bug walking, and she kind of stands up and she's like hunched a little bit, and she does these things, and she goes, "Ugh."
Yeah, sounds like you got him. You got him good. I got a little treat for you, Lady Hambone. I know how much you like that gluteum. You like that gluteum, yeah?
And she pulls a old crusty pickaxe from the gluteum mines, from her days in the mines, off of her back, and she holds it out. She's like,
I'll let you suck on it. I know how much you like that.
Lady Hambone she's a little bit like a spider monkey. She wraps her little body around it and she just starts biting it. It's very
Yeah,
good.
really get in there.
Does Babs just pick up the axe and hoist her up on the shoulder? She's clinging to the axe as you guys are walking away.
Roll out.
I like this.
Here
Yeah.
we go.
Mm-hmm.
It is the only way to transport a Lady Hambone. I am both feral and noble.
So,
I do make a point of taking the artillery shell, and I basically get Jolene's little paws and her little feet, and I get her to hold the artillery shell on my back.
Lovely. Lovely. This is beautiful. As you all begin to find your way to the edges of Gruzzlegrub. Gruzzlegrub is a subterranean city. You don't see light that often. Although, it is worth mentioning that Bitsy saw light one day when she met that nymph.
Oh, yeah.
And frequently talks about how amazing it is in the light.
Yeah.
And there's this city not too far, and you know that these tall people usually have things like gold.
Yeah.
And that's the best place for you guys to go and find it.
Yeah, and if we go to where the light is, and then we're walking through, we'll just be able to like fill our pockets with stuff. I forgot my pants again. We'll fill our bags. We can just fill our bags with stuff, and then we'll be able to come back and Grandpapa, Daddy will be so proud of us.
Yeah. They quite like this plan. This is very good, and perhaps there will be something to bite along the way.
Oh, and don't look directly at the light. It'll do weird things to your eyeballs, so
But
don't
you
look
said
right at it.
You said it was pretty. Why wouldn't I
It's
want to look at something that's pretty?
So pretty.
I
It's
thi-
so pretty.
I feel like Lady Hambone is already looking at the light.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
Yeah. I should have led with that. I'm so sorry. I forgot that
It's great. If you look
Yeah.
at it long enough and then you look down, you can still see it. I see there's like little spots of it all over the place.
it's very
Oh, hey, you can chase them. I start chasing the spots.
Lovely.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I think that'll help us because then everything that you look around, you see everything looks kind of sparkly, right? Everything is shiny and sparkly, so we can just
It's like magic. Like
yeah.
magic.
Great.
Why does my head hurt all of a sudden?
Oh yeah, that's just that's a side effect of the light. That's how you know it's like getting in there. This is how humans feel all the time. They just have like they're always talking about how they have a headache, how their head hurts, and then something about their job. I don't know. They're always like, "Ruh, ruh, ruh, I'm so sad," because they're not goblins. And so I think if we stay in the light too long, it's gonna make us have to like get a 401k or something. So we should just get our stuff real quick and then go back.
A 401k seems sort of dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a, like, yeah, that's I think when 401ks hit you.
Oh, don't
Right.
like that. No, don't like that. No.
Then you're wearing cargo shorts and you don't know why.
Yeah.
Oh, they hate the cargo shirts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
You
those,
think it'd be practical with them big ass pockets, but
those
No.
shoes that look like feet that they wear, and they tell their friends, "Look, it was a really good deal on sale."
Yeah. No, they're no
As
one
you-
listen, no one wants to be a human, so
ugh.
let's be real.
As you all ascend into the light and make your way through the forest towards this place, buildings above ground, weird shape. They're too freaking tall. There's too many tall people running around, like, and it stinks. It smells. It's just not. It's not goblinified enough.
It's gross.
Not even
This is
close.
gross.
As you all make your way here, you have some advantages in that you're goblins. You know how to be sneaky. It's easy for you to sneak around against, these pesky humans and whatever the ones with the weird pointed ears and, have their noses pointed up at the sky most days. Every now and then you see one that is even weirder. They have scales and they have a tail and they look way too big for the clothes that they wear. It's like, why aren't they just naked? That's the first thing Bitsy says, after all.
Yeah. Let's just make them naked. Can we make them naked?
Time to get rid of their clothes, I guess.
I'm gonna take their clothes. I'd like to take their clothes.
See how successful you can be at that.
Great.
Before we can get there, though, I need to give a shout out to Bonko Buttkiss for the raid.
Thank you.
Welcome in, Raiders. If you couldn't tell from the overlay, we are playing Goblin with a fat ass. Yeah, I think it's gonna be even more fun than anyone was expecting.
This is 100% up Bonko's alley.
Well, welcome in, Bunko.
Okay.
As you guys are sneaking around the city, trying to figure out who has some gold, you smell one of the most amazing things you've ever smelled in your life. It's putrid in such a way that it just glistens in your nostrils.
Whoa.
You are led by this smell to a little building on the outside of town. They have a bunch of horses in pens and a place where they run the horses around, and then they've got a bunch of wagons that they shackle up the horses to, which you guys know is probably the most inefficient thing you can ever do, is hook up a big old horse. The only place that they're good for is like on roads and stuff. They're not good for mountains, they're not good for caves. Like, what's the point even? But somehow the humans get it done. And you sneak your way inside of this horse pen where there's a bunch of horses, trying to suss out this amazing smell. But before you can suss that, you see a group of people gathered. And at first you are thinking, wow, they're really short. Are they goblins? And then you realize, no, they're not goblins. They're dwarves.
Hard.
Big,
Reaches for the shell slowly.
We should
Big-
kill them.
bulbous noses, way too much metal on their bodies.
Boo.
And all of that facial hair. Why? There's no point. It just
Okay.
gets gross.
I have an idea for the facial hair, though.
You're gonna steal the facial hair too?
What if we set it on fire?
I can do that, actually. I can do that because I'm very good at doing that. I would like to do that. And
Burning hair is actually one of my favorite smells.
They got all that.
I'd love that.
They got all that metal on them. I got my pickaxe. I could just start mining them if you want.
Yeah.
that's very true.
Then they like cook inside their armor. That would be fun, right?
we could do
Yeah.
both, you know. We could just set them on fire. I can just do that.
Do it.
Do you want to?
As you are all sitting there contemplating how it is that you're going to, make these dwarves more appealing, at least as a meal anyway, you're debating back and forth how this is going to happen. And not consciously, but there's parts of the conversation that they're talking about that you occasionally pick up. And finally, a word is said that silences all of you, because you hear gold bars.
Wait a second. The good bars.
And these dwarves start talking about how they need to make their delivery tonight at the gala, where the mayor is going to be putting on this amazing and wonderful party for all of the richest people that he knows.
They said a bunch of words there I didn't understand. I thought I understood human, but I don't think I understand human. I heard
They're dwarves. It's okay. Don't worry.
God. What's a gala and what's a mayor? Is that something you eat?
I think
Yeah.
it's like a grand poobah, but not as cool.
Oh, it ain't no way it's cool. Hell no. Okay, wait, you got humans that got bootleg grand poobahs now?
I get Walmart brand, but anyway, it doesn't matter. They mentioned gold bars and other rich things.
Well, but they said they have the gold bars. So if we set them on fire, then we can have their gold bars.
But then wouldn't we melt the gold bars if we set them on fire?
I have an idea. Dwarves love wine. Oh, they love to drink. But we need to look more human-like. Babs, can I climb on top of your shoulders, perhaps?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
I'm going to do that. They scurry up. I bug walk up.
Just like,
Okay, great. And then I pull out of my ass. I pull out my long trench coat and my floppy hat. And I put the trench coat around me and Babs. Do we feel like there's two goblins on top of each other? Are we getting close to about human height, perhaps?
Maybe a short human, sure. You're about dwarf height though.
Okay, I'm about dwarf height. Okay, yes. I put on my floppy hat, and I took Chumbling down beneath. I said, "Go keep Babs company, Chumbling," and the little rat scurries down towards you, Babs.
Oh God, don't let it bite me again.
It's very cute, Sonny.
I'm still recovering.
If you get hungry, there's a sandwich in the pocket. Anyway,
Wait, you have a sandwich? I could really go for a sandwich right now. I can't see anything down here. How am I supposed to get us anywheres?
Just walk forward, and I'm pulling out my toilet prison wine.
She's just like starts waddling.
While you are waddling forward, it is worth mentioning that Baal 37 just gave you guys all glute injections. Every single one of you. Every single one of you gets a glute injection from Baal 37. So your next goblin roll, you get to add 1 to whatever the highest number is on
Hell yeah.
your dice.
Thank you.
Rad.
So
Thank you.
essentially 5s become 6s
Amazing.
for that roll.
Amazing.
So just so I have it clear in my head, Bones.
Yeah.
Lady Hambone is now riding on top of Babs in a trench coat and floppy hat, and Babs is hobbling forward with Hambone on top of her in an effort to interact with these dwarves.
Yeah. And I've got my prison wine out.
Okay. We're gonna need 2 rolls here. One for Babs and one for Lady Hambone.
Okay.
Time to throw some ass.
Okay, no problem. What do you say charisma is helpful in this moment, perhaps?
Sure.
I have
you?
skill in athletics. Does that help me?
Done. Do it.
Okay. So that gives me an extra dice, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And I will also say, Bones, you get an extra dice for the disguise.
I have some really bad news.
Uh-oh.
I have really good news, actually.
Let's just hope it cancels out my really, really bad news, because I rolled a 6, but I also rolled 4 1s.
But, well, so, hang on. I need to double check. How did I word?
Yeah.
I don't think I've rolled that many 1s at once in my life, ever.
Achievement unlocked.
Yeah.
So that's a failure. And it's a
No. I think I did pretty good.
it's a pretty bad failure because you also got pairs for the twist.
Not just 1, but 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's still just, it's effectively
Okay.
1. It's twisted. It's twisted enough. And so that means that the chaos clock is going to advance 3 steps.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine, don't worry about it. Lady Hambone is on it.
I also forgot.
This plan
here,
can't
let me
fail.
do that.
You're fine.
1, 2, 3. The chaos clock is at 5.
Oof.
All of you do get +2 temporary ass.
Excellent.
But now I just now realized that I forgot to mark off everyone's ass that rolled earlier. So Bitsy used an ass earlier.
I used an ass.
Yep. Creep has just now used an ass for Babs. And Bones, Lady Hambone has now used 2 ass.
Yeah, but now I'm back up to it.
Well,
Like
the
2
temporary ones don't count for that. They're going to help you on your next roll, or your next couple of rolls. But if you rest, they're gonna go away. So yes,
Right.
you have 2, and that's helpful to you right now.
Yes.
But you still only have 2 of your own ass.
Right, so I have 2 temporary and 2 real.
Yes. You have used 2 of your ass.
Okay.
You did just pick up 2 temporary as the chaos clock advances. What did Lady Hambone get on the results of her roll?
No one's 2 6s.
Amazing. So that is a success with a twist. And so here, this is so fun for me because I don't have to arbitrate how this one works out. We get to have Creep tell us how things go fucking sideways so fucking fast after Lady Hambone, or after Bones tells us how Lady Hambone charms the pants off of these dwarves and learns everything there is to know about the mayor's house and where the gala is going to be, because you succeeded.
Listen,
at
as
what
soon
you
as
were
the
trying to
pants are
do.
off, I take them.
Okay. Yeah,
That
sorry.
tracks.
Creep, you get to work Bitsy stealing the pants in to whatever it is that you're about to come up with. But first, Bones.
Hello, fellow dwarves. It's me, your friend, another dwarf. My name is Jimothy. How do you do? Anyway, I'm good. That's great. I have a treat for you. Maybe if you are perhaps interested, fellow dwarves. And she holds out her space bag. If you don't know what a space bag is the bag inside a boxed wine. And if you drink it all at once, it's a space bag. Anyway, and Lady Hambone hands out the bag. Tasty, tasty, yum. Don't you want to have some of my wine? It's very good. And she just sort of blinks at them. And also, maybe do you want to tell me how I can help you with your gold?
These dwarves have drank many things in their lives. They have the most stalwart of constitutions, but they have never had Lady Hambone's toilet wine. It is instantaneous.
Good vintage too. It's a good vintage.
Instantaneous drunkenness in several of these dwarves. And before any of you realize it, they are spilling every little detail
Love
about
it.
the mayor and the gala and even what time the gold is being delivered. You see, they don't have the gold on them. They just know that they're supposed to help it get to its final resting place. But you know that as the moons are highest in the sky, that's when the gold will be at the mansion, in whatever place the mayor has his secret stash. Now, Creep, please tell us
Yep.
how shit goes sideways really
Yep.
fucking fast.
I think while Lady Hambone's up there doing all of her wild arm things, Babs is searching for this sandwich that Hambone has told her exists in this shirt. And she's searching around. She finds the sandwich, and you just kind of hear like little muffled, like, oh yeah. And like she like peels open the sandwich.
Oh, it's grabs and cheddar. But where's the sauce? There's no sauce on the sandwich. Grabs and cheddar, but you don't got the sauce.
You just hear this coming basically from the crotch of this dwarf. And so I'm sorry, I'm not Lady Hambone. Babs pulls out, she has a bottle of orc rot gut in her pocket, and it's the only thing that is even remotely sauce consistency on her right now. So she's going to pour this orc rot gut all over her grub and cheddar sandwich that she has commandeered from this jacket, and she just starts going to town on this. And I think the from underneath, you just start hearing this bubbling sound. Maybe a couple coming from her. And so the I would say the front of this trench coat just flies open with the most gnarly, earth-shattering belch that you could ever imagine coming from this chubby little goblin. So unnerving that it rattles Lady Hambone to her little ham bones and knocks her off of my shoulders and into these drunken dwarves while I go shooting backwards in a rocket of fart power from this orc rock gut.
Babs, that was a good one.
Oh, I
Damn.
like to think that's what happened from over here, just watching that. Just yeah, it was a good one.
That was a good one, right?
Yeah, real good.
That was good.
What would you rate me on a scale of 1 to 10?
She's like holding her thumb up.
10!
5. That's as high as I can count.
I don't know. Hands, 2 hands.
Yeah.
That was the best
this man
shadow
right
and
here.
grub sandwich I've ever had in my life. Ooh.
Thankfully, Lady Hambone had a nice twist on her throwing ass, and conveniently, with each of her feet and each of her hands, manages to grab on to the belt buckles that are holding the pants up of these 4 dwarves. And uses the friction of their pants falling to prevent her from becoming harmed as she slams
Yoink.
into the ground. Immediately, Lady Hambone stands up, all of the dwarves looking at her. She stands in the center of this array of dwarves, and then bolts. You bolt towards your friends. You all start fleeing. Now, these are not the super awesome, guards that are supposed to be guarding the gold. But these are guards. And so you have initiated combat against these guards. Now you could
But they
choose.
don't have pants, so I feel like we
Sure.
get some kind of advantage for that.
Yes, I will absolutely
Great. Thank
be
you so
happy to
much.
give you guys a +1 throwing ass roll. But
Okay.
each of you is now going to have to make a throw ass roll.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
Okay.
Now remember, this comes off of your temporary for expending the ass to throw
Great.
ass. So you still get to add that +2. So Creep, your base ass is 5 because of your +2. But you'll only have 1 temporary ass for your next roll. And you need to decide, are you fleeing or are you fighting? And we'll start with Lady Hambone.
I'm running away.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Do you have any particular skill or item that's going to help you flee this encounter with these dwarves?
I have 3 different pairs of shoes, and I think one of them is some tennis shoes. And you can tell me if I'm allowed to do that.
Hey Pixie, those dice are a little loud in your mic, just FYI. I think that was you. Who was jiggling their dice?
It may have been me. So,
Okay,
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
had
that
him up
was
here.
you.
That's my bad. Sorry.
Damn you,
That's all
Brian.
right. I will take the punishment.
I was excited to roll dice.
I know, man.
All right, Lady Hambone. We will say that one of your pairs of shoes, the pair that you were using because you needed the extra, support, happens to be air gobos that are going to allow you a little to run just a little bit faster. Hey, Phoenixy Wacky, thank you for the raid. Appreciate you. Welcome in, Raiders.
Hi.
Shit's not
Raiders.
quite hit the fan yet, but that little rocket, that little goblin at the top of the screen riding a rocket is moving across the screen and is going to end up in the fire here soon. Bonesy, what did Hambone get for her fleeing roll?
I got the 6, no ones.
Yay!
Just
Nice.
1 6.
Did you get any twists?
No, I did not.
Okay. That is going to be a success. So Lady Hambone, with brilliant alacrity, knows how to flee when she needs to flee and is going to get out of this stables. Brian, what is... I'm sorry, I've forgot your character's name.
Splats.
Splats. What is Splats?
Hurtful.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I'm only good at one thing. I'm fighting.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Punch him in the butt.
Oh, I'm about to stab a bunch of fools. So,
Are you using your special ability?
I believe I am. Beat the shit out of folks is the thing I have. I am in fact gonna beat the shit out of folks.
All
what
right.
I'm wondering is there by some chance maybe some kind of wagon or maybe something I can see that will give me some kind of makeshift catapult kind of maneuver that I know that if I sit on this board and I kick that bucket, it will launch me at them so I can fight in my native environment.
Let's see what your role is.
Okay.
So you're going to get +1 dice for your shiv. Right? So you're getting an equipment bonus. You're getting +1 dice for all of their pants being down. This is your first throw ass roll, so you have all 4 of your ass to throw into this, plus your 2 bonus temporary ass for the chaos clock going on. So
he gets to add +1 to the highest number.
And you get to add +1. So you're rolling 8 dice.
I'm throwing 8 dice.
You're throwing 8 ass.
All right.
At this.
Give me 1 second. I'll get those
Throw
extra ones.
so many asses.
6, 7, 8. Okay. All right. I'm throwing 8 dice. Oh my God. Okay. All right. There's no ones.
Brilliant.
Woo!
I have 4 6s. I should roll up a character like right now. I got 4 6s. 4 6s, 2 3s, a 5, and a 2.
Okay, we're gonna say that the twists, because you got an odd twist and an even twist, we're gonna say the twists cancel each other out. But you did get 4 6s, so that's an amazing success, right? So please describe for us what happens, and I'm gonna add a little bit of GM flavor on top of this. Not only do you see a wagon, but there's also a dwarf there, or not a dwarf, a horse there. And you know how easy it is to spook horses from your time in the Boob Wars. Because the Mistress Mamory and her armies of cavalry, you were fighting them right up front. And so you know how to spook a horse. So you stand on one side of that. You stand on one side of that wagon, and you see a horse standing at the other end. You lock eyes with that horse, and you do something to spook it to where it will stomp that wagon and send you flying in your native fighting mode at these dwarves. Then what happens?
Just getting on the back of that wagon, going to a different place, thinking of the hard-fought days and the Boob Wars when we were just neck deep in areola, just no hope, no future, just popping implants everywhere we could, just swimming in them, and basically getting on the back of that wagon. I am going to take one of the 4 glass vials I got and basically throw that thing at the feet of the horse to spook it, make a sound, get it to kick or spook, and basically turn this wagon upended and launch me directly at the dwarves, just as I have done in the service. And shiv in hand, basically just going to launch at this thing. Actually, if you'll let me do it, before I launch, I'm actually going to take that little bit of that enriched gluteum that I got, and I'm almost just going to hit it like a sniffer, almost. Just kind of pull it out and just, almost a witness me kind of moment. And then throw that glass vial and get launched just straight at the pack of the dwarves. with zero fear. The closest one that comes to me is getting shipped. Whoever I land on is who I ship.
Brilliant. I love it. That's fucking amazing. Yeah, so you land on a dwarf. You shiv them. You spin around. There's another dwarf standing there. You slice across his exposed thighs in glorious goblin fury as you are fighting these dwarves. The one that you shivved, he's completely dead. You stab him square in the heart. You expect, because you're used to stabbing mammaries, you didn't realize that there's actually hearts there. It never occurred to you until you have finally stabbed a dwarf male in the heart.
Never expected there to be a heart there. So if I kill the one and I slice at the other one, is that all I can do for my turn?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Creep. So you're rolling 5 dice. Are you fleeing or fighting?
I think I'm gonna fight.
Okay, you've got a
I
weapon.
feel like Babs is a fighter.
Get in here.
Yeah.
You've absolutely got a weapon, so that's going to give you an extra dice. I do believe that you have skills that are appropriate to this too, right? You're fighter
yeah,
type.
I've got the beat the shit out of folks, so I've got kicking ass and chewing gum.
Yep.
Yeah, you're here to kick ass and chew gum. So that's going to be an extra dice for you as well.
Oh Jesus. Oh, an extra one?
Uh-huh.
Okay, well I got 1 already.
Uh-oh. Did you get any 6s though?
I got 1 6.
Okay, so the 6 and the 1 cancel each other out.
Yeah, and then 4 3s and a 5.
Okay, so the 4 3s, that's a twist, and it's a bad twist, so something bad is going to happen to you here. But it is a partial success, which means that you do succeed, so you're gonna end one of these dwarfs.
Okay.
But there's a consequence to you ending.
Beautiful.
So I'm going to say that your pickaxe breaks.
No.
Do you want to know how I wanted to fight them?
How?
Because I've got a belly full of grub and cheddar sandwich with extra rot gut sauce. I imagine she's just, the farting hasn't stopped. You just hear, and she's just gonna bend over and poison cloud them with it.
Okay.
And I think she has her little hand clapper, and she's smacking her own ass and making it come out in shapes. The green fart coming out in shapes from her butt. And yeah, boys, get a good whiff in there. Get in there.
Like Gandalf making a ship.
Yeah, basically, but
Amazing.
So instead of you losing your pickaxe, your ass slapper breaks upon your gluteus maximus.
No.
You lose your ass slapper, and
Her family weapon.
and you suffer that one extra temporary ass that you still have left is now gone as well.
How am I supposed to give people the clap now?
And before Sarah,
You'll find a way.
before we can
Yes.
get to your role in this, it's worth pointing out that Goth Furyhorn has just dropped several donations on us here.
Hey.
So he threw in a glute injection for somebody, but I'm not seeing in the notes who that somebody is. So we're going to go through the rest of this, and Goth Furyhorn, if you're listening, pop it in chat who it's for. Otherwise, I'm just going to have everybody roll and see who gets it. Hambone, there we go.
Hambone.
Hambone, you get a glute injection. So your next roll, you get that +1.
Nice.
We also got a junk in the trunk, which I'm going to assume is also for Hambone. So you get to roll for some equipment that you're going to find as you flee the dwarves.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Goth Furyhorn. This is amazing. Roll
Okay,
that
my-
roll that
just-
d6.
D6, okay. I got the 3.
You come upon a large satchel that contains various meat pies, a knife, a bigger knife, 10 feet of rope, and a collapsible pole.
This is the greatest day of Hemplin's life. Several meat pies, rope, collapsible bow, 2 knives. It's better than having 2 boyfriends.
Now, the reason that I had you wait, Sarah, on
Yes.
this is because Goth Furycorn also donated a fire in the hole,
Oh no.
Oh.
which means that which means that someone, and I'm going to make it be you because you're about to roll,
Oh,
has
no.
to roll for a complication that affects the entire scene. So please roll
Okay.
a d6 for me.
Okie dokie.
Chaos.
Here we go. It's a 2.
An orc raid
Yeah.
happens
Okay.
during
That
this
feels
scene.
right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Totally normal.
Erupting out of some nearby hay bales is a dozen orcs.
Great.
They smell Babs cooking.
Yeah.
So
Okay. I'm gonna run away,
okay.
and on my way, I'm gonna drop a bunch of ball bearings on the ground
Okay.
so that everybody has a harder time.
Except for the goblins, of course, because goblins know how to walk on ball bearings. I mean,
They're
who
used
doesn't?
to ball bearings.
Yeah, we're fine.
Obviously, it's something you learn in Goblin.
See, what they
Good Boy
don't,
School.
what no one
Goblins.
realizes.
That's our natural terrain, actually.
Yeah, what no one
Mhm.
realizes is that goblins have cornered the market on ball bearings. They make
Yeah.
them.
Duh.
They're so
Yeah.
easy to make.
Well, you know, it's common lore that you go to Goblin Good Boy School to be a good boy goblin. And the first lesson is walk on the ball bearings.
Mhm.
Okay, hold on.
Mhm.
I would like to I'm not gonna use the ball bearings. I'm gonna save them because I'm gonna throw I'm gonna try to get the magic. I don't know what my magic bean does, but I'm using it now.
You're using the magic bean.
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
I'm magic beaning it. So like that, will that give me an extra D6? Is that how that works?
Yes, it will absolutely give you an extra d6, and so you're
Does
running
this
off
count
of.
as pulling a fast one?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm ready.
Do you have
Oh,
any
my
other
gosh.
skills that would apply to fleeing?
Can I argue that this could be considered a naked festival, as I am naked and the dwarves not wearing pants?
Roll a d6.
What if I start-
Just roll a d6. Roll a
Splats
d6.
is barely wearing clothes.
If you get a 4, 5, or a 6,
I got a 5.
not only are you naked,
Mm-hmm.
not only are the dwarves pantsless right now,
Yeah.
these orcs are only wearing war paint.
Hell yeah. I plant that magic bean, and as I'm running away, I pull out, because I always have them on me, glow sticks, and I'm like as I'm running out.
So let's see. So you're rolling your 4 dice base ass,
Yeah.
plus 2 temporary ass,
Yep.
plus 1 for the magic bean, plus 1
Correct.
for the glow
Naked-
stick
naked
party naked
festivals.
fest.
Uh-huh. Here we go.
See what you get.
Okay. I got
One's ca-
1.
That cancels out a 6.
I got 2 6s.
Okay, so you did get a 6.
But I also got 3 2s.
Okay, so that is a twist. It's a good twist, and a success. So
Okay.
the one you're fine on the 1. You managed to survive it, but you are down to 1 temporary ass. Bones, Ham Bones, Splats, and Bitsy all have that 1 temporary ass. Babs had to use both of her temporary ass this time around.
It was worth it, though.
Yes.
She really got him.
Yes. Do me a favor and describe for me what this magic bean that you have flicked. See what I did there, Furycorn?
Yeah.
Um,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What this magic bean grows into as it slams into the ground, and the sediment from the fart show that Babs put on settles into the ground and activates the magic of the magic beam.
Oh no.
God, I
So-
hope it's a giant dung.
So I realize that what would probably be the smartest is to I don't know, make it a big tree or something. But I think it makes a swarm of bees.
I'll do you one better. It's a swarm of screaming hornets.
But with my twist, are we immune to hornets or something? Is it?
That they ironically the twist is that screaming hornets, it's a little known fact, are fervently desirous of body paint.
Oh yeah, they love it.
That's one of their most favorite meals ever in life. And so they are going to attack the orcs.
Great.
I mean, plenty of them are attacking the dwarves too. Particularly the one that Splats, ended the life of.
Sure.
But there's a good array of this swarm of screaming hornets that are now going after the orcs. So,
Yeah.
in the chaos, my friendly goblins, that occurs
I'm helping.
as you guys flee the scene. Orcs attacking. Go ahead, Brian.
Can I take something before I go?
Yeah.
I'm literally getting down there with that sharpened kind of shiv dagger that I've got. I'm straight up. The one that's dead, I'm cutting the beard off this dwarf
Yeah.
to take it with me. And if I take some flesh and if I take some shit with it, so be it.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
I'm running straight to Hambone with it.
Well, you guys are all running right now as you flee the stables, knowledge in hand of where the mayor's house is, what time things are happening. Orcs
You made it.
assaulting the village or the town's alarms going off.
Salute them.
Swarms of screaming hornets flying around. But you're managing to get away.
What do the screaming hornets sound like?
I was going to make a suggestion if
Please.
everybody is.
Oh boy.
Please.
I'd love to hear it.
Absolutely.
It goes. "Ah, ah, 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 ah."
Oh, my tinnitus. Thank you, Bones.
We did it.
So
She's just speaking truths. They can't blame her.
you guys are all fleeing fervently to get away.
So much.
And we just got another donation from Kurt, aka Kuvenet, who has donated some junk in the trunk for Babsy. For good old Babsy.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Kurt.
We will roll that offline because this is where we're going to take our break, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a tight 10. We're going to come back to this goblin craziness, and when we get back, we will let you all know what kind of junk is in Bab's trunk. Stay tuned, everyone. We'll be back here in just a few moments. Thank you much, everyone, for coming back and joining us here on this crazy, chaotic, amazing, awesome stream of Goblin with a fat ass. Before we get to Kuvenet's, the results of Kuvenet's junk in the trunk that Creep got because she got some cool shit, I'm going to actually also do a nice shout out to LummixB75 who threw a donation to World Central Kitchen for us, and they forgot to select an incentive, so I talked it over with the players, and we're just going to use the disturbance in the ass incentive. So there's been a disturbance in the ass as a result of you all fleeing these
Again.
orcs. You don't feel it often, but when you feel it, it hits. For the next scene, The entire scene, all of your throw ass rolls are at -1 dice. Creep,
It's not great.
what did Babs find as the fleeing was commencing?
She found herself a bottle of very flammable oil,
Yeah.
a convenient jar of ball bearings,
Perfect.
and an oddly shaped key. What is that? An eggplant emoji?
What is an emoji?
That's one of them things you get when you rub one of them lamps and it comes out of it.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, I know what that is.
So, as you all have fled the stables, leaving behind a couple of dead dwarves, a couple more dwarves wondering what the fuck that horrible smell was, cheese and something, before they were immediately assaulted by screaming hornets and orcs of all things. What do you all do in the chaos that ensues as you have perhaps an hour or two of daylight left before nightfall happens?
What if we ride a horse over to the mayor's house? We could all fit on one horse.
I like this idea. I don't get me wrong. I want to do this. But have we maybe considered taking a little power nap?
Oh.
I
Well,
mean, you
what if
could
we
take a
get away
nap.
first, right? Like, what if we ride over and then take a nap, so that we're not by the hornets and the orcs?
What?
I know a horse. He's right there. I know him.
Can we discern perhaps maybe how intelligent this horse is and maybe find out if we can nap on him?
Ooh. Isn't the horse connected to a cot? Can't we just sleep in the cot while the horse takes
Oh
us?
my god. Perhaps I think you might be the smartest goblin I know.
I think I got a headache now.
You might be smarter than the Grand Poobah. Wait,
Stop looking at the sun. You're turning into a human.
Okay.
Do you have a 401k?
No, but
Okay.
I got this eggplant emoji key and it's making me feel human. I don't like it.
Oh.
Good that we take a little goblin nap while the horse takes us to the mayor's.
Brian,
yeah.
Splats just made the ultimate sin.
Uh-huh.
He
Oh, no.
compared another goblin to the Grand Poobah.
I did.
You can't do that, man.
She's
That's
but she-
sacrilegious.
she might be smarter than the Grand Poobah. That's a good idea.
Splats
again.
the
Said it
second
again.
made that mistake. Splats the second made that mistake, and you know what happened to him.
Listen, I don't like to talk about Uncle Daddy. We don't talk about him. Everybody knows what happened to Uncle Daddy.
The only thing, Splats, that you can think at this moment, because none of the other goblins seem to have picked up on this. They didn't quite register what you said. They were having their own conversation there.
Mm-hmm.
You need to find a horse connected to a wagon right fucking now in order to distract and make sure that no one pours back through their memory and thinks, wait, what did he say? I need for you to
I'll do
throw you're gonna have to throw some ass around and try to find a horse attached to a wagon in this chaos.
I'll at least, as I leave to go do that, I will try to distract Lady Hambone so she doesn't go back through her. So that's at least 1 out of 3 might be down by handing her the shaved chin scalped beard from the dwarf that I took, and be like, you were a master of disguise back there, so here, just in case you need another one, so you gotta act like one of them dwarves someday, I got you this.
Does it still have blood on it?
Yeah, of course it's still got blood on it. I wouldn't give you some dry beard. Come on.
Dearest storyteller, would you tell me, do you think this blood is sticky?
Oh yeah, dwarf blood, 100%. It's half
so
ale.
sticky.
I'm going to stick it directly on top of my hair.
Brilliant,
Yes.
love it.
That looks real nice.
Yeah.
Brian, let's see that throw ass roll.
Throw an ass. Okay.
So I don't think you've got any items that are going to help you with
I feel
this.
very distracted suddenly.
The only thing I might have that might help me is I've got some moldy bread. And everyone knows horses love moldy bread.
This is true.
At least that's what I was told. So
Roll a d6 for me.
roll a d6. All right.
Yep.
3.
You believe that moldy bread is the best thing that you could possibly do right now. Unfortunately, your dice are going to be one less.
Oh no.
Oh no. So
Do you have a skill that can maybe make up for that one dice penalty that you're getting?
in this moment, based on what we're doing, no.
Okay.
No.
So you have
Oh.
your 4 base ass
Mm-hmm.
that you're running with. You're doing good. Splats is doing real good right now
Mhm.
for ass. You've got your 1 temporary ass.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a disturbance in the ass.
Oh.
So that's 1 less dice.
One less.
You're back
die.
down to 4.
Back down to 4. Okay.
And then you're using moldy bread. You're down to 3 dice, my friend.
Okay. Listen, I believe. I
Just
believe
have to
this moldy,
believe.
this moldy bread's gonna work.
Yeah.
Just gotta,
Put it in
And-
there.
and under his, not even under his breath, he's not smart enough to do that. Just may the Grand Poobah guide me in this moment and forgive me my trespasses, even though I don't know what that word means.
Oh no.
I got a 6 and 2 1s.
Oh.
Okay. That's a failure.
Mm-hmm.
And the chaos clock rockets forward another step.
No.
Glad I could help.
Yep. As your good friend Splats disappears for a few moments, the rest of you are arguing about whether or not it's a good time to rest or not. You find, because it's also worth pointing out that 2 1s is a twist.
Mm-hmm.
All of you, the rest of you, are shaken from your discussion as you hear a scream come from not too far away. And then Splats comes running around a corner.
Gotta go. And it's just that. Gotta go.
Being chased by 3 marauding horses.
That sounds horrible.
Can I drop my ball bearings in front of the horses?
Absolutely. As we have already established by canon, goblins are not affected by ball bearings.
Yeah, we're
That's
good.
right.
We're good.
We're good.
Yeah.
Horses 100% are going to be affected by ball bearings.
I
So
think Bap just goes, oh no.
So you lose your ball bearings.
Yeah.
That's going to be gone.
hmm
And now all of you need to make a flee check.
Can
You
I
need to throw some
counter?
ass and
Can
flee.
Can I counter something at you?
You can try.
I have rope.
You do.
I am a former noblewoman. Realistically, I would know about some horses, albeit they were like the sticks with the horsey head on it. I would like to try to lasso one of the horses.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
You-
very nervous.
I'll just point out
Mhm.
that you only have 2 ass dice. And 1
Okay,
temporary ass dice.
That's one temporary.
Splats, by the way, you lost your temporary ass dice from. what you
Yeah.
just- yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But because the rocket moved to 6, everyone's going to get another temporary ass dice.
Okay.
Okay.
Bones, you're working on 4 dice
How long are we deflated?
for the whole the rest of the scene.
The rest of
Basically,
this,
yeah.
Oh,
Until
boy.
we move on, you guys are deflated.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
cool.
So unless you have, I'll give you the rope as an item bonus as you attempt to lasso. That's going to counter your disturbance in the ass. Do you have a skill that you can justifiably bullshit your way into Lady Hambone lassoing a horse here to improve your 4 dice situation?
I don't need to because I just rolled and I got a 6, a 6, a 5, and a 3.
Woo!
So, suck on that, storyteller.
That was personal.
Yeah.
Ball strategy, Cotton.
See if it pays
love
off
it.
for him.
I'm very good at being a good boy goblin.
Yes, you are. Let's see how good your companions are.
Uh-oh.
Now, with that roll, you did gain that 1 temporary because of the rocket, but you did lose it because you just had to roll.
Yeah, it's okay.
Just had to
Don't
throw
worry
it.
about it. It's fine. Don't worry.
Yeah, Splats.
Yep.
You don't have a choice because your complication from before is you have to flee this.
Yeah. Running my ass off. Mm-hmm.
So, how good are you at running your ass off here?
I mean, it's not my normal habitat. It's not my normal tactic. But you know, I feel like I can pull it off if I need to.
Well, let's see if you're good enough.
All right. So basically, I'm just throwing ass to flee.
You're
Is that what it is?
Throwing ass to flee.
Okay. So that means
By my
we're
count,
still-
you're at 5 dice.
I
Mhm.
believe in you.
So 5 dice, and that's with the deflation and all that.
With the deflation and with your 2. Oh, actually, no. You were down to
no,
1.
I thought that was low.
Yeah. So you're at 4, and
Mhm.
you will after you throw this, you will have no more temporary ass.
Mm-hmm. What a great line. Okay.
You got to use your temporary ass before you use your ass.
Uh huh.
Right.
Okay. No ones. That's good.
That's good.
Woo!
So I've got 1 6, a 3, a 4, and a 2.
Okay, so no twists, just a straight
No
up
twists.
success.
Straight
you are
up success.
absolutely going to be able to flee these horses. Splats is doing okay. Splats
I
did have kind of a head start on this,
Mhm.
so it makes sense. Hey, Babs,
Hmm.
you get to flee.
How many dice am I rolling?
So you are situating yourself right now at 5 minus 1, 4 dice plus 1 from your
The ball bearings?
ball bearings.
Okay, so 5.
5 dice.
Okay.
Do you have any skill that you think is going to be appropriate for something
Let me
shenaniganery
double-
that you want to do?
Let me double check. Athletics. I have athletics
That works. Yeah,
for fleeing. Yeah.
yeah, that works.
Okay.
So 6 dice.
All right. I'll reroll.
Give me some whammies.
So I got 1 6. And then I got a pair of 2s.
Okay, but you know ones.
Oh.
No
Shit.
ones. Yeah.
What's up, Brian?
Oh, it doesn't matter now. Creep reminded me of our skills from some of the things, and I didn't look because of my vicious fighting in the Goblin Wars. I have fleeing as a skill. I didn't realize it before. It's all good.
Oops.
Sorry. Yeah.
All right, so 6 with a pair of 2s is a twist in your favor. So you do succeed. And I'm going to say that your in your favor little extra tidbit that goes well for you is you also end up on Lady Hambone's horse as you're fleeing.
Beautiful.
And I'll let you two narrate what that looks like as the pair of you ride off into the sunset.
It's very beautiful
in a
and
few
romantic.
moments. Sarah,
Okay, I'm gonna run away.
do you know how many dice you're throwing? You got it all calculated out?
I believe it is 5 with my
That's-
4 plus 1 and then the extra and then
Yep.
the inflation and blah blah
Yep.
blah.
That's what I had as well.
I got 2 6s, 2
Ooh, good.
5s,
That's
and
good.
a 3.
Okay, so the 6s and the 5s do a cancel twist. You got
Okay.
a positive twist and a negative twist. They're going to cancel each other out, but the 2 6s is great. You do manage to succeed as well. So, Creep, Bones, please narrate for us. Lady Hambone and Babs riding off together in the sunset.
I feel like Lady Hambone is like riding close towards Babs and is like reaching her hand out, and it's very romantic and very cool. And she says, the Babs gonna grab my hand, get on this horse with me.
All right. She like reaches up, and I think her athletics, she does this like little kick swing up onto the back of the horse and wraps her arms around the waist of Lady Hambone, admiring her new dwarven beard crown.
Mhm.
And as they're riding, the bouncing of the horse, you just hear like from her, that orc rock gut still just going away.
It's working on you. And I feel like Lady Hambone recounts this romance novel that she pretended to read once. And there was mention of a horse. I know the word horse. I learned to spell it once.
There was a picture of one on the front of the book.
I recount pretending to read this book once, and it is very romantic. Do you seem impressed now by me, Babs? Do you feel like impressed?
Very impressed.
It's very good.
Now the
Is
complication.
it something you wanted me to do?
You can put your hands on my waist, but you've already wrapped your arms around me, so don't worry about it.
Now the complication of
No.
reaching 6 on the chaos clock
Oh.
is that the guards know.
I don't know how. We've been so stealthy.
It's been a perfect heist. I don't understand.
Yeah,
We've been so quiet. Like, I just don't get it.
I don't understand.
They
The,
must be incredibly good at their jobs.
the relatively underpaid dwarves that are right? That's what it was?
Yes, they're pirate.
The dwarf
dwarves.
pirates, yes.
Mhm,
Um, Find their dead and or dying and or hornet stung, gassed, pantsless dwarven companions.
They were like that when they were that way when we found them. That's not.
They are alerted.
Hmm.
You don't necessarily know that they are alerted until you go to sit down for your first and probably only rest that you thought you might be able to take. You might be able to risk another one if you really, really, really want to.
Hmm.
But
I think
as the 2 goblins ride off into the sunset with the other 2 chasing behind, screaming, hey, 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 you all eventually get the horse to stop, and the 4 of you are gathered up just at the outside of town. You know that the mayor's mansion is just over a hill on the, other side of town. He doesn't actually live in the town proper, so, you're not overly worried about anything. Hey, Crit Hit Chronicles, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. Stuff is starting to get a little bit more serious here as the lot of you sit down, contemplating whether or not to eat the horse, because, horse meat.
Delicious.
Perfect for a rest.
Yeah.
When you hear, not too far off, I found them! They're here! The gobos are here! And an array of goblins, dwarves, yelling out that they have found their goblin prey, appears just at the edge of where you thought you might take camp and maybe eat a horse.
Great.
That's your complication from getting to 6 on Chaos Clock.
So that means that we do not get the effects of
yet.
the rest.
Not yet.
Got it.
If you get through this one,
Okay, I would like to use my collapsible pole.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to uncollapse it. How big is it when it uncollapses?
10 foot.
10 feet. I would like to try to charm the dwarves away.
Charm the
pole?
dwarves away with the 10-foot pole.
I'm sticking it into the ground, and I am doing a sexy little goblin dance.
There we go. Okay.
Hell yeah.
And I
So-
am shaking that ass.
Yeah. Shake it, shake
I-
it.
Will
Mhm.
point out that it was rolled that a bunch of dwarf pirates hate goblins.
Yeah, but I'm beautiful. The goblin is different. Plus, I got the wine. Maybe we can
She's
have a
got-
party.
She is a dwarf. She's got dwarf hair.
She's
Yeah,
got
I've
dwarf
got
hair.
dwarf hair on my head.
She 100% is a dwarf. We all know this.
And if this is not going to work, then storyteller, maybe I'll just do a cool spin kick off of my pole. What's to say?
Let's see what everyone else comes with first here, because that might render it moot. Brian,
Yeah. Well, one, he was just beginning to be in the throes of being a little upset in a happy way because his eyes were teary because after all these years, he had finally earned his own surname.
Yeah.
He'd never had a surname before. He finally earned it. And he was forevermore going to be known as Splat's Horsebait because that's what he did and that's what he's good at. He's horsebait. But seeing that there's a bunch of pirate dwarves coming, I feel like he has no choice in this moment because gold has to be acquired. He is going to pull the unexploded artillery shell off of his back
Yes.
that Jolene is holding, essentially, and is basically going to run a few steps forward and find a rock or something and basically just mount over the top of it and basically raise that artillery shell up into the air and just starts hollering, "You get now! You get out of here! I'll do it too!" And just starts hollering. That's what he's gonna do.
all right. So you're planning on intimidating the fuck
Yes,
out
I
of
am.
these dwarfs.
If that's a live shell, if I think it's a live shell,
You know it's a live shell. You are an artillerist. You know definitively that it is a live shell.
let's hope they know it's a live shell. That's what I'm going for. So
Reap. What's Babs doing for her throwing ass?
I feel like in this moment, Babs is backing up Splats. They're both kind of like brawlers. They're both kind of like the tough guys of the crowd. And yeah, batshit insane.
Yeah.
And she has pulled out her bottle of flammable oil and she's like shaking it around behind him, going,
We'll both do it.
Okay. You're gonna do an intimidation as well, Sarah.
yeah.
I mean, I'm real good at sneaking. And that my special ability is to steal a worn object. I would like to, while they are intimidating and pole dancing.
A brilliant distraction.
Yeah, it's the best. I would like to. I mean, it feels correct to make them pantsless again. I just want to go over there and steal all their pants.
Okay.
It gave us an advantage in the last fight. I think in Bitsy's mind, the playing field is evened if they're not wearing pants. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. All right. Let's see some throwing ass rolls. Ambone, you're first. You are attempting to seduce one or more of these goblins
I
with
believe in
your
you.
You can do
sultry
it.
pole dancing ways.
This is gonna be great.
Can you give me my dice number count that I am rolling with, please?
Right now, unless
Yes,
you have a skill that you can tell me otherwise, you're at 3 dice.
Charisma, fashion.
4
Pole
dice.
dancing.
2, 3, 4. 1, 6, no ones.
Okay. You will successfully manage to seduce one of the dwarves
Outstanding.
who is a closet goblin lover.
We don't
Hell yeah.
judge here. We don't judge.
You like some thick and green.
That's right.
Yep.
Flats. You're at 5 dice.
Yep,
Intimidate him. You can do it.
I'm doing it.
Fuck much.
Get him. Get him.
All right, no ones. 1, 6. I've got hang on. Go from lowest up. 2 3s, a 4, and a 6.
Uh-oh, twist.
And I think the odds a twist, right?
It's a
Yep.
bad twist.
It's a bad twist.
He's
Mhm.
bad twist.
It's a bad twist. You do succeed at intimidating a good number. Not all of them, but a good number. And we'll get to the bad twist here in a second.
Okay.
Babs, can you intimidate the rest?
So I have the skills for Gobbo and
Yeah.
kicking ass. Do either of those help me in this?
I think Forgabo absolutely applies to
shit.
this.
I should have reached for that. I didn't.
Okay.
Damn.
How many dice will I have on that then?
You'll be at 5 dice with that benefit.
Okay. Hey, I got 2 6s.
Woo!
Nice.
Any ones?
Nope.
Okay. Any other pairs?
No other pairs. No.
Okay. So 2 sixes is a good success. You do manage to scare off the vast majority of the rest of these dwarves. Minus the one dwarf that is, of course, completely and utterly enamored with Lady Hambone. Mind you.
Great.
Sarah.
I mean, if they've all been taken care of, do I need to still
You still
go?
roll to see if you can steal more pants.
Great. 3 6s.
Damn.
A 3 and a 2.
Okay. How many pants would you like to have after this?
All of them.
Okay. You manage to acquire. Roll 2d6.
A 5 and a 3.
You manage to acquire 8 pairs
8 pairs of dwarf pants.
of dwarf pants.
Got 'em. And
Most,
then-
most of them while fleeing. All of a
how
sudden,
yeah, just I did like the tablecloth trick,
Mhm.
and the flowers are still standing as they're running away. So I have 8 pairs, and then how many from before? How
you guys
many-
didn't actually steal any of the pants from before. You just dropped the pants from before.
Just dropped them.
Yeah,
Got it. All right. I'm adding to my inventory 8
Just
pairs of
the pants
dwarf
on
pants.
the table.
Yes.
They're gonna
Mhm.
come in handy, probably.
Those
Yeah.
dwarves are going to rue the day they wore pants around
I
you.
don't know, what were they thinking? They're so stupid.
So now we come back to Brian's complication.
Hi.
Oh right. I forgot
Hey,
about
We got a
that.
How's it
complication
going? Yeah.
from before. And I'm going to take this back to something that I actually forgot. Hey, Brian, do you remember when you rolled the ones and you had no successes to counter that?
Mm-hmm.
And Preet, do you remember that as well when you did that early in the game? That meant that you guys were actually supposed to also get dazed, confused, or scared. But I never said that. That's on me. But I'm going to use this complication to say that that comes back. You guys are going to get to rest if you want to. So maybe you can get rid of that when you rest. Each of you is slightly dazed from this, and it just catches up to you. Kind of the way a concussion, just out of nowhere, catches back up to you. And as you are setting down or pulling your artillery shell into like you cradling a football, it slips out of your hand and starts falling to the ground.
Oh no! Can I catch it in a pair of dwarf pants?
Maybe. That's an ass roll.
I'm ready.
I think
So-
Babs like looks at the
Don't roll yet, Sarah. Hang on. Don't roll yet.
Okay.
the bottle of oil that she's holding.
When did I get a drink?
And like pops the cork and
Oh no!
Splats just because it's artillery shell based. Splats just went to the 1,000-yard stare. And it's just scenes of the boo boars behind him.
CCR is playing in the background.
It really is.
Okay, so Sarah,
Yeah.
you are out of temporary ass dice now.
Okay.
So you're down to your
So-
4 ass. This is going to
Okay.
use one of those ass, but you still get to roll that 4. You have a base of
Okay.
4. You said that you're using one of your newly acquired pairs of dwarf pants.
Yeah.
That will offset the disturbance in the ass.
Okay.
So you're still at 4. Do you have a
Okay.
skill that you think applies to attempting to catch this artillery shell before it lands on the rock and detonates?
Because I'm trying to be extra fast, can it be considered pulling a fast one?
You're pulling a fast one on me, so sure.
I'm pulling a fast one on you. Here we go.
I believe.
Hell yeah. 2 6s, 2 2s, and a 3.
All right. So you do manage to stop the loss of this artillery shell, but more importantly, you manage to stop it from exploding in the middle of all of you.
Yeah.
You get a positive twist.
Okay.
What is the positive twist?
We get the second artillery shell.
I
That's
think,
that's a little more than a twist.
I
This
think
one has
that,
a baby.
Yeah. It's so weird. I think that the positive twist is.
Don't you dare steal my pants.
I would not. I would never.
I mean, he would be naked if you did that.
I have in the past, but I'm not right now. I think that the positive twist is that as I'm flicking it out, I knock the liquid out of Babs's hand so that she does not drink flammable liquid.
That's good because I was going to make Babs roll another ass check.
No, dude, I got you. I got you.
Very good call.
No.
Just like flicking it like when you roll up a towel, thunk, it just like flips it out of your hand as you're trying to take a drink, and then opens up again to catch the. And then like a boomerang, I'm able to like pull the pants back in. I'm
gonna say
really
you're
good with
dual
pants.
you're dual wielding dwarf pants right now.
Yeah, I've got so many pants, like nunchucks.
I was gonna say, like, nunchucks.
If only they were on fire, you would be taken back to one of your naked festivals.
I mean, let's save that for when we need to get the gold. I'm ready.
Burning Goblin was never
Yeah.
the same without you, Bitsy.
I know. It was more like the fire festival.
Yes. Yeah, totally.
So, here's the question for you, my Gobbo friends. As Hambone comes back, actually, I should ask you, Bones. How far does Lady Hambone take this
With my romance?
with your dwarf?
I don't know. I think she just gives him a lap dance or something and then sends him on his way to a little butt pat.
Okay.
Have a good
Lady
day.
Hambone comes back from behind some trees, a little bit disheveled. You're not sure exactly what happened back there, but Lady Hambone knows. And there's no sign of the dwarf, so that's all that really matters. And the lot of you are standing there a little bit, feeling your ass a little bit. There's some deflation going on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you wish to rest?
Yeah. Power nap.
Yeah, here's the thing though, is one of my skills is napping, because on account of my narcolepsy. So I think that she just falls down face first and is asleep now.
Oh.
Dude,
I guess we are resting now? It's rest time.
Huh?
You could just pick up Hambone and carry her and, wake her up a bit and keep her from resting if you wanted to.
No, let's get her ass back.
I have no ass right now.
My head feels funny. I think I should lay down and take a nap.
There's so much silicone.
Hey, bud. Welcome back.
There's just
You're
silicone
good.
everywhere.
You're good. You're good. Come on back.
Nipples
All
as
right.
far as the eye could see.
Do you want a little stuffed booty to hug so you can take a little nap?
I see the cob moon rising.
Amazing. So, a couple of hours. That's what it takes for a goblin to really get their ass back. You
Sure.
manage to recover your ass. Babs and splats. You come out of your days, your respective dazes. Maybe a little worse for wear, but that's for goblins of tomorrow to worry about. Because it's coming close to midnight as our chaos clock advances to 9.
Woof.
Ooh.
All of your dice results of 2 now count as 1s.
Oh, great. Good.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
Now, that's specifically, that's for purposes of advancing the chaos clock, not for counteracting 6s.
Okay.
Mm,
Good to
okay.
know.
Okay, it's
Got
good
it.
to know. It's good to know. All right.
So, just making sure you guys understand. But, Bones, Hambone's eyes, Lady Hambone's eyes pop open, feeling much refreshed, actually.
I'm
looking-
so refreshed, actually. It's so crazy you say that, everybody.
Jesus.
Looking up at the sky, you see the moon, and it's almost at its apex.
I gotta go.
We've learned that she has sleep apnea in this moment because the way she jumped up.
I know.
Sleep
So,
paralysis.
Doesn't everybody wake up like that? This is totally normal for Lindy Handball.
I usually wake up screaming. I wouldn't know.
Okay, I think that we need to go get the chaos rubies. I mean the gold.
Chaos rubies.
Sorry,
What's a chaos ruby?
dreaming about the Sonic the Hedgehog. Anyway,
Who's he?
he's my reoccurring. Are you familiar with the term the Hat Man?
Who's
When
he?
you accidentally take too many antihistamines for your allergies.
Today we learned that her sleep paralysis demon is called Sonic the Hedgehog.
Unknown hater of goblin kind. So,
Unknown.
it makes
Never-
sense.
Yeah, anyway, never catch that stupid little hedgehog. Anyway, it's time to go get the gold.
All right.
Let's go.
On your way to the mayor's house, you go. In search of this vast treasure that you know will help you tremendously back in Guzzlegrub and the Feastable to very likely be placed in the highest spot of honor, sitting adjacent to the Grand Poobah. You find the mayor's house. It is resplendent in bright lights and perfumes and music, and every single one of you wants to vomit. It is horrifying what humans do to themselves what they consider beauty and fun and appetizing. I think in particular for Lady Hambone, this is the most revolting thing that she's ever experienced in her 8-9 years of life.
Damn, she's old.
I vomit immediately. Gross.
You see quite a number of the dwarves around. Apparently, many of the ones that you scared off managed to find their valor, so to speak, and extra pairs of pants as they have taken up
Gonna take
guard
'em.
at various spots.
How dare they?
It is a bottomless resource for you.
You just keep taking. We do this all day.
You need to decide for me, my goblin friends, how it is that you wish to enter.
I have quiet ass gob burglar shoes. When I put them on, they look like a butt. I think I should put them on, and then I should like sneak in through a window or something and go open the back door for us. Service quarters.
I like this idea. I have a suggestion.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We'd hate to go alone. We go in pairs. We do the trench coat trick again. We don't fuck around with the sandwich. And the party sauce. And it
Did
would-
you say you have another sandwich?
No. I did not.
My suggestion is we go in through the back door, but we make a distraction at the front door.
I have a great
We
idea.
tie the artillery shell to the horse, and we send the horse through the front door.
That's a great idea. Holy shit.
Okay.
I think Babs holds up her key.
Do you think that the eggplant key will get us through the back door or the front door?
I think that is strictly a backdoor key.
With
It
consent.
kind of gives me backdoor key vibes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
I think that you have to.
you might
spit
have to
on-
ease it in there, but
You
know.
gotta kind of spit on it first.
Yeah, you
Maybe,
gotta get,
like oil
Hey, you got
it
that,
up or something.
You got that oil. Yeah, you got that oil. Hey, listen, I got spit
My
as a
oil.
skill.
Oh no, my oil got spilled, I believe.
I have spitting as a skill, so I can spit on the key.
Are you saying that Splats knows how to hawk to?
He does. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you gotta spit on that thing. Mhm.
Sometimes you do. Well,
I mean,
here's some rope.
Yeah, I'm seeing a nice formulation of a plan here.
Are we doing all of them?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
all the plans.
All the plans.
Put it all together.
Okay.
So,
okay.
I'm gonna sneak in.
Hang on.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
we
send the
got.
horse in through the front.
So, Splats is taking care of the artillery shell and horse distraction.
I
Yeah.
am.
Babs and Hambone.
Why'd you say it like that?
Babs and Hambone are pulling the two gobos in a trench coat ploy again. And,
then Putting
Bitsy
the special and putting the special trying to put the special key in the back door.
Yeah.
is Bitsy joining Hambone and Babs, or is Bitsy
No,
sneaking?
I'm sneaking in.
Do you
Okay.
think that Bitsy can hold Babs and Handbone on her shoulders, so we're all sneaky with our sneaky feet?
But what about my key?
We go together with your key, and then we put the key in the hole.
Who's Mikey? Before the three of you do this, Splats, because your success could have or failure could have an impact on your fellow goblin companions.
Why would you say or failure? That's
It's
not.
gonna be fun.
It's gonna be great.
Let's
very
see how good Splats is at
Okay.
this potential distraction.
Splats
So-
is the best. We believe in you, Splats.
The disturbance in the ass has moved on.
That's right. It's in
Yeah.
someone else's ass now.
That's
Yep.
right.
It's about to be in the back door.
So you got your 4 ass dice, Splats.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a +1 because of the artillery shell.
Okay.
What skill do you have that you think might help you in this particular circumstance?
This is for Gobbo. There ain't no doubt. We're at the I can't count this high, but the 5th hour. I can only count to 5.
At least.
At least the 5th hour, and this is it. We're trying to get gold now for Grand Poobah. So
All right.
this is for Gobbo. This is the epitome of for Gobbo.
That's 6 dice, my friend.
Go get him.
All right, here we go. I am attempting to attach the artillery shell to the horse
Probably fine.
to send it through the front door.
Definitely not gonna be a problem.
Definitely not. It's gonna be just fine. Holy shit. Okay. No ones, which is good.
How many 2s?
I got 3 2s. 3 2s. 2
How many?
6s.
Okay.
And a 4.
Okay. So the 2s don't cancel the 6s,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I will say that they do prevent the clock from going to max.
Okay.
The 6s counteract at least a couple of the 2s. The chaos clock is going to advance 1.
It's fine. It's fine.
And
Okay.
you did get a twist, a positive twist,
Mm-hmm.
right? So here's what I'm going to say. And you will have free reign to narrate this as you see fit beyond what I give you here. All right.
Okay.
At the front of the mayor's house, there's an array of carriages and horses from all of the guests arriving. So you can't send your artillery shell into the front of the house, which is probably a good thing because you don't know where the gold is. You might blow up the gold. But you can send it into the front of the where basically all of the chauffeurs and people handling the horses and such are. You are riding this horse into this mess, screaming for Gobbo.
Oh no.
It is-
Gobbo!
The artillery shell is going to explode. And you are somehow, and I'm going to let you narrate to your heart's content how this happens. Somehow Splats ends up in the 2nd floor balcony on the front of this house. Please do with that what you will.
Basically, he is on that horse, which he has named Decoy, just in these past 30 seconds.
Yeah.
He is on Decoy,
It's an earned name.
holding the shell, Splat's horse bait, riding Decoy, flying across the courtyard here, screaming, "For Gobbo!" And there's all these fancy carriages. There's all these fancy dressed people and the chauffeurs and all that. That isn't what he aims for. And it's through total happenstance that he has run his horse and this artillery shell at the wagon that was delivering the fireworks for the end of the night party display. And he has happened to run straight into that. And in getting airborne to deliver said payload, he has managed to basically drop this thing. No actual way to detonate the damn thing, but it just so happens that when he basically has it backwards and hits the top of the fireworks wagon, he manages to catch the one hard object on a box that he needs that sets all this shit off. And in the course of the explosion, probably singeing his pants, any hair he's got. He'll take damage, probably. He'll be burned to shit. But this throws him in a fiery display of sparklers and Roman candles and all kinds of things. That dragon shit from Lord of the Rings that Gandalf had just throws him through a second floor window, like
Brilliant.
into some kind of like mezzanine or something, and just crashes through it.
Brilliant.
And it is a brilliant wreck.
Splats is absolutely used to being on fire and crashing into things. It's
I'm
his
used to being
job.
thrown at shit.
It's his job. So he's a little bit singed, but you know, that's a Tuesday for Splats.
Tuck and roll.
Right.
Yep.
All
Some
of the
people
rest
learn
of you.
Some people learn how to walk on ball bearings at Good Boy School, like Bones was saying. I learned how to tuck and roll. That was my first lesson. So
All the rest of you are waiting for whatever Splats' distraction was. And this brilliant, voluminous explosion of fireworks goes off at the front of the house. And you know, it's time to go.
Yeah.
So that's going to give all of you a +1 dice on your throw ass roll here. Brian, you did lose 1 ass for throwing ass. So you're down to 3.
Yep.
Sarah, we'll start with you and your sneakiness.
Yeah.
You're at 5 ass from your green dump truck.
Mhm.
You got your sneaky ass shoes for an extra +1, so that brings you up to 7 total.
I
And
also
then a
have
skill?
a skill that is sneaking.
Then you're at 8 ass.
8 ass. Here we go. 4 6s,
Nice.
5 4 3, and 1 2.
Okay. So brilliant successes. You don't have to worry about the chaos clock advancing because you got so many 6s. Please do me a favor and narrate how Bitsy ends up on the second floor of the mayor's mansion as she successfully manages to sneak in through this wandering maze garden before passing by several onlookers who, you know, are busy partying in the way that humans party. Amateurs.
Foolish people.
Amateurs. And finding Bitsy's way to a window.
Yeah, I just become the knight. Just like put on the shoes and just like find every shadow and then just like scurry up that, like parkour up the side of the building, just like boop, 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 and like somehow find every little nook and cranny on the building and then just like parkour up. And then I think I land in there and then follow the little bit of smoke trail to find Splats.
Lovely.
Hey man, you okay? Your ass is still a little on fire. You want me to you pat it out a little?
Oh yeah, pat it out. Yep.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Just little like smoke rings that look like butts are coming out of your mouth a little bit.
Creeping bones. There's a distraction going on.
What do we want to do? Quickly.
You guys have an item bonus.
Yep.
We've established that Creep has Bones has a skill associated to this endeavor. Previous skill may not necessarily apply as well for Babs. The one that you had used the last time, just to hold Lady Hambone up. But
Yeah.
do you have anything else that you
The
can
athletics?
think of here? Yeah.
Are we doing the like two goblins in a trench coat thing again?
If you so desire, it was a suggestion that we
That's
do
what I
that
thought you
to-
were doing, but if you've got something else.
Because isn't there like a big distraction happening and we're at the back?
Yeah, we don't need to use our trench coat right now.
I
can shove it
think
back inside my
Babs
asshole.
is using her athletics to run to the door while also crying on the key because she's a really excellent crier. to lube it up because everyone said she really needed to lube that key up. So she's like, she's like running as fast as her little fat ass will take her, and just crying over this eggplant emoji key.
Yes.
Brilliant. All right. Go ahead and roll your 6 dice or 7 dice because you have one from the distraction as well.
Okay.
Don't forget about 2s.
Yep. Okay. All right. Oh. Wow.
Good wow or bad wow?
That's a bad wow.
Oh no.
Okay.
You remember
Oh.
that first really bad wow?
Uh-huh.
Is it?
Yeah, we're there.
Oh no.
I rolled.
Oh no, it's again.
I rolled 3 1s, a 2, a pair of 4s, and a 6.
Oh no.
The 6 is gone.
You don't say.
The 4s are a twist and cancel out the 1's bad twist. So you don't get the bad twist.
Okay, this is good.
But you fail, and the chaos clock is going to advance by 2.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's time, everybody. Haul ass.
Showtime.
We'll get there in a second.
Oh no.
I'm going
Does
to
Beth
say,
just run into the back door? just
well,
just full smack into it.
She couldn't see because she was crying. Boom.
so Creep,
Uh-huh.
what do you think Babs is? Dazed, confused, or scared?
I'm gonna go with she is yet again dazed because she has in fact ran into that fucking door.
All right. Please mark dazed on your character sheet, which gives you a cumulative -1 ass to all future rolls.
We love it.
Yep.
This is
No.
great. I'm fine, everybody, you know?
I feel great.
I feel great.
I have a headache again.
Technically speaking, that was still a partial success.
Wow.
Technically speaking, it was still a partial
Wow.
success. So you do make it inside. The complication is
Just broke the door down. No need
Yeah.
for a key.
the complication is there are dwarves chasing you up the stairs.
Uh-oh.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
great.
Lady Hambone,
Lady Hambone has come to a certain decision that may or may not benefit the rest of my goblin friends.
Uh-oh.
probably not.
No.
I think this was inevitable. Yeah.
Lady Hambone does in fact control the elements with magic.
Some
In
of
a
them,
way.
yes.
Well, one of those elements for certain. And Lady Hambone can set anything on fire.
Hmm.
Does a mayor's mansion count as anything?
Absolutely does.
I would like to set the entire mayor's mansion on fire now.
Mhm.
Hey,
Mhm.
you've got your
Yep.
4 dice for your
Uh-huh.
ass. You've got 1 dice from the distraction.
Yep,
You've got 1 dice from magic because she's
Yeah.
got magic shit.
yep.
Mhm.
I think
Smells
that's
bad.
probably in this particular case literal.
Magic
Probably.
shit. Oh my god.
What's to say?
Gross.
What's to say? So that is 7 dice.
You're at 6.
Yeah,
What is what is your well? Is the magic shit a skill or an item?
I'm going to say an item. I smeared the magic shit on my face.
Oh my god.
God. You,
That's a choice.
You took it. Yes, that's a choice.
That's a choice. Hell yeah.
Do you have a
Good one,
particular
thanks.
item that you think is going to help you then? Or skill? I'm sorry, skill, because you said that was an item, right?
Yes, that is an item, and then we counted my magic, right? As a skill.
Okay, so you're at 7 dice.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, wango bango. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 1 6 out of all of those dice.
And
2 4s.
and
Bars. No ones. Oddly enough, but 1 2.
okay,
Which
well,
is like a yeah.
it's irrelevant because the chaos clock is going to 12.
Yeah.
Okay, that
And
is
a
a
three.
that is a success. That is also a twist, a positive twist. So I will go ahead and arbitrate that your positive twist is that you end up with Splats and Bitsy on the second floor as you
Okay.
alight. You're basically walking through the mayor's house, spreading your magical shit on the walls.
Oh yeah, that's
and-
great.
And like using your fingernails to spark the magical shit.
Gross.
So gross.
Gross.
Very unsanitary.
Don't,
So
do
was
not
wiping it
love
on your face.
Lady Hambone's gonna get pinworms.
Gross.
What are you talking about? The pinworms keep me company. You know nothing of my pinworm army. It grows inside of my stomach.
Anyway.
Anyway.
But I do want it known that Lady Hambone is skipping.
Sure.
It's very important. That
I think we all kind of assume that.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
So, my goblin friends, the rest of you gathering up, seeing each other, welcoming that you have, happy that you have made it as far as you have. You know that the mayor's office is just down the hallway. You look down the grand staircase below, and you see Lady Hambone approaching,
Oh.
alighting everything on fire behind her. And then, coming from the other hallway, as Lady Hambone reaches the top of the stairs, you see Babs screaming, crying, large lump on her head, holding a key and a veritable army of dwarves
Great.
screaming and yelling, chasing after her as the shit, literally and figuratively, has hit the fan. The chaos clock is now at max. All of you
Great.
are down 1 ass from all of the throw ass rolls,
Mhm.
and surrounding you in this chaos, the torment nexus
Oh god.
I fucking forgot about that damn thing.
emerges.
I think we made the torment nexus. I think
You-
it was our fault.
You
We
certainly
have completed this ritual, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
you have brought the torment nexus forward. It had been kept nice and safe in the single room by which the mayor, who is a very powerful magic user, had managed to secure it. But now, with the walls crumbling and the chaos of goblin kind having joined the fray, the twisted logic and unsettling geometry of this pocket reality, stitching together chaos and shadow, starts enveloping the entirety of the house.
Uh-oh.
Cool.
Very few know what this
Cool.
is. Goblins have nightmares of it. Existing in a quasi relationship with the normal world, once you're inside, it is impossible to escape unless you are of a stout mind and will. The lights of the mansion evaporate, the fire flowing away as blackness begins to twist in and upon itself, zigzagging down winding corridors, dropping into pits lined with sharp crystals. The air around you begins to hum with a low, ominous vibration. This unnatural energy pulsates through everything like a heartbeat. But there is hope. Because as your goblin minds recall your nightmares, you focus and you see at the center what you look down upon from above is a maze. You see gold, an enormous pile of it. You know that each of you only needs to acquire one single bar to satiate the Grand Poobah's desire. The question is, can you get to the bars and then escape this unnatural nexus?
I would like to do something.
Please.
I would like to look to my goblin comrades and salute them. I, noblewoman Lady Hambone, biter of Bitey, magic fire caster, powerful horse tamer, has known for a long time that my place is not in this world. And I'm pretty sure the Chaos Rubies are inside that big spooky nexus. And I can finally get to Sonic the Hedgehog and fight him. Take the clothes back to the Grand Poobah and tell him he's kind of cute, but not really. And Lady Hambone is going to, in slow motion, it's really important that it's in slow motion,
Yes, 100%.
start running directly towards the Nexus to fight Sonic the Hedgehog, her Hatchman, Nightmare, Sleep Paralysis Demon,
Great.
and get the Chaos Rubies.
But is she just running in slow motion and we're all still moving at normal speed and we're just
Yes.
watching her run slow?
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
While that is happening, I'm going to turn to my other two companions and say, you guys, I forgot that I know how to do alchemy. So maybe I could just turn these dwarf pants into gold and we could go home.
Wait, you can do that?
Yeah.
I think Babs looks over your shoulder, sees Lady Hambone's made it about a foot so far.
Did you hear that, Hambone?
Yeah, did you hear that? Sorry, did you hear that? Mhm.
I think in her head, all she hears is sha 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 sha. She's actually making that sound. It's so funny you say that.
I could do it, and then you could grab her belt. She's right there. She's not far, you know?
You forgot Dwarf Seducer in your list.
Dwarf Seducer. Sha 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 sha.
She looks
Nice.
back to Bitsy like,
I think she's long gone.
Yeah, okay.
I think she's committed at this point.
Okay.
I've seen that look. I know that look. Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bite the fuck out of you, Sonic.
So, Sarah,
Yeah. I have alchemy as a skill.
you do have
I do.
alchemy as a skill. You have pants.
I have 8 pairs of dwarf pants, and I'm
Yes.
gonna turn them into gold. This is my
Now
plan.
the question is,
This is my. I love the. This is my plan.
This is my plan.
you don't have a lot of supplies to perform said alchemy at the moment.
I have a bottle of very flammable oil and a jar of ball bearings, and what I assume is a butt plug.
Yeah. Listen, I've got glass vials. You need that for alchemy, right? I got glass vials.
Oh, hang on. Everybody hang on. At the very beginning of this fucking adventure, I stole some fresh powdered gluteum.
You did.
Yeah.
You did steal some fresh powder.
I would like to take a page out of Splatz's book and snort that shit.
Get inspired. Hell yeah. See the fifth dimension. Open your third eye.
And then I'm gonna turn this pile of stuff into gold. using
Okay.
alchemy.
Okay. You're at 4 dice.
Yep.
I'm going to give you plus 2 dice from snorting the gluteum,
Great.
but it is going to automatically make you dazed after
Great.
the fact.
You guys are gonna have to help me and the gold get out of here.
I'll get you out of here. You
Great.
gonna do it.
Okay.
You have skill in alchemy.
Yep.
You don't have any actual gold to touch to transfer through your alchemical process that is magically enhanced from your gluteum. So that's a minus 1.
Okay. But I'm using a bunch of items. So does that like take that out?
You're at 6 dice.
6 dice. Okay. All right. Just gonna I'm gonna do it off of Splatz's back. And then I'm gonna go ahead and roll
Ain't the
my
first time
6
somebody snorted something off my ass. Yeah.
2 6s, 2 4s, a 5, and a 2.
Okay. Explain to us how, Sarah, explain to us, please, how Bitsy, high on raw, uncut, pure gluteum,
Good shit, you guys. It is good shit. I feel so good.
turns 4 of these pants into gold
Yeah.
and shrinks them down to goblin size.
That's right. So we
they
can wear them.
You can wear them, while simultaneously the other 4 catch on fire.
Yeah. That's important. The fire part, really important. So I think it all comes down to a naked festival in her brain.
Doesn't it always?
Yep. So she has out her glow sticks, and she is dancing around the fire and 8 pairs of dwarf pants. And she just keeps throwing other things on them, and it all swirls together. And suddenly, I think everyone can hear the music. Just like, I mean, I think it's Sandstorm because it has to be.
That's rude.
It's just blasting throughout the entire thing. And they start changing shape, and some of them catch on fire, but the fire sort of like burns up those 4 pairs of pants, and like as it burns away, the 4 that are left are goblin size and made of pure gold.
Okay.
She doesn't stop dancing. She just goes over and like wiggles into one, and then like comes over and gets one to each. And like as Lady Handbone is still in slow motion, she just has her step into it as she's going, and then she manages to get back to Splats and like, and then like, I think it wore off. I think it.
Oh yeah, you're gonna crash. Yeah, you're gonna crash hard. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
I'm gonna take.
That's a rookie. That's a rookie move. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to carry.
So yeah, well, it's going to be up to Splats and Babs to get everyone out of here in a second. But before we do that, Lady Hambone, I need for you to throw some ass, because in the Nexus, this tormenting place, you have opened your mind up to the most powerful being that exists in the Nexus.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
His blue, spiky bits covering his body, lightning rippling between them. You lock eyes. And you need to fight. Now this is only happening in none of the rest of you see this. This is happening in Hambone's mind. But please, Lady Hambone, throw some ass here. and see if you can defeat Sonic.
I am going to chug all of my prison toilet wine.
Yeah.
Just for the like chips.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's gonna do anything for me.
Everybody knows you're stronger when you're drunk. Everybody
It's
knows
true.
that.
Yeah.
That's fact. That's just biology.
Yeah.
Roll a d6.
Okay,
I believe in you.
I got a 5.
Yeah.
Lady Hambone laces her special bottle that she only she drinks from with her magical shit.
Fucking Bones' crazy ass are fucking god tier, man.
So you do get a +1 dice from this.
Yeah.
Okay.
What skill are you using to fight Sonic the Hedgehog?
I don't have a skill for this.
Then you're at 4 dice.
I'm biting him. I already said I'm going to bite him.
Yeah.
Is
Can I
biting
bite
is biting one of Hambone's skills, or is it just a
No,
name?
it's just we decided on that because we thought it was funny. And so here we are. I just bite.
Roll your 4
love-
dice.
I love biting. Here we go.
Use your rat.
Can I use my rat?
Yes.
Can I
Sure.
throw Chumbling at Sonic the Hedgehog?
Chumbly absolutely
Yes.
will allow you to. Chumbly throws himself at Sonic the Hedgehog.
It's not a nice little throw. I am like picking him up and fucking throwing him as hard as I can.
Yeeting him.
Okay.
You're yeeting your rat.
Yeeting the rat. Yeah, yeet. How many dice? 5 dice?
5 dice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 2 4s, so that's good.
Yes.
1 6.
Okay.
No 1s, but a 2 and a 5.
Okay. Chaos Clock is irrelevant now.
I know.
You succeed. Please describe for us this glorious battle that exists only in Lady Hambone's mind.
So you know, like in Hidden Dragon, whatever the fucking kung fu movie is, when they go up in the air and they're fighting. It's like that. It's exactly like that. Actually.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden
I know
Dragon.
that. Yeah, exactly. And they're doing that, and they're beating the shit out of each other. And even Lady Hambone takes some punches, and she's like, oh, and then Sonic's like, oh, oof. I don't know why he sounds like Steve. When he gets hit, he sounds like Steve from Minecraft. Oof. Anyway, and then I unhinge my maw, and I take his leg, and I bite the shit out of it, and it hurts really bad.
Yeah, once you take out Sonic's legs, he's useless.
Well, yeah, what does he have? And actually, I bite through it. His leg comes clean off.
Gross.
Yeah.
No leg.
Brilliant. So it is now up to Babs and Splats to get
Help us out.
wearing golden pants
Yeah.
to get everyone out. You each can
Okay.
carry one. Babs, who you carrying?
Babs isn't actually carrying anybody. While Lady Hambone is fighting her
Nemesis.
sleep paralysis demon,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
Bitsy is doing weird fucking raver alchemy. Babs has been sitting there pulling out her she has a roll of duct tape and a screwdriver, and she's been pulling the duct tape out and forming it into a rope, and then taking the screwdriver and building like a lasso for Lady Hambone out of this screwdriver and this duct tape, and she plans to lasso Lady Hambone and drag her out with them.
Okay.
Listen, I think at this point, perhaps the narcolepsy is catching up on Lady Hambone, so this is very viable.
That's a big. That's a big fight you're in. So yeah.
Yeah.
that's-
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So 3 dice base
Mm-hmm.
plus 1 for your duct tape rope.
Mm-hmm.
You have a skill that you think would apply.
Do I get one for my screwdriver too?
So you can't stack up.
Okay,
the,
all right.
The bonuses.
My athletics would tie into this because I'm kind of aiming with my lasso.
Well, this is more about you actually fleeing. I have given it to you that you have hooked the narcoleptic
okay.
Lady Hambone.
Beautiful.
That was trivial.
Yeah. Okay, all right. But so the athletics will go into the fleeing.
Yes.
So it's five dice total?
Yep.
All right. Here we go. Woo! Heyo! I got 1 6 and 3 4s. No 1s, no 2s. Woo!
Great. I'm gonna hold off on your description, and we're gonna let Brian roll to see if he can flee with Bitsy, and maybe you two can combine your. We'll see.
Well, I know
We'll
what
see.
my plan is, but
What's your plan?
I mean, I basically got up here going through the windows to get up on the second floor. My plan is very simple. I've heard enough other Gobbo bards tell these stories of heroism and such. I'm basically gonna grab Bitsy, and my intent is to go off the second floor out the window that I came in and land on the back of a horse and then ride away heroically. That's my plan.
Sounds amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in.
Mm-hmm. And if Babs is there with Hambone, then we can all four go.
Everybody can be on horse.
We can all land on the back of this horse and ride off. Mm-hmm.
Do it. Let's see how it works.
Let's see. What am I at dice wise? Because I lost 1, so that puts
So
me
you're-
at 3.
you're gonna
3
be-
for throwing ass.
Yep. Plus, what skill do you think is appropriate?
Fleeing.
Fleeing. Yes, right. You have fleeing. That's perfectly appropriate.
Yep.
And what was your item that you were using?
What item do I have? An item that I could use? I
Maybe
think. No, I don't really have anything. All I've really got's the that moldy bread I still haven't been able to use.
That moldy bread's long gone.
Oh, it's long gone. Okay. Oh man, I was saving that for Goblin Christmas.
You shouldn't have used it on horses.
I mean,
You live and you learn,
Yeah, I mean, he's not smart.
Say lucky.
He's like me. He's not real smart. So I guess it pushes. I don't have anything to use. So I guess it pushes
4
me to
dice.
4
4 dice.
Unless somebody wants to give us a boon right now.
Right now, in this moment, I got a 6, 2 4s, and a 2.
All right. 6 and 2 4s is a success with a twist. So, Creep, Brian, you two get to decide for yourselves here how you, the pair of you, manage to rescue Hambone and Bitsy from their altered states of being.
I mean, if there's a horse or horses down there for us to drop onto. Oh, did your horse stick around? Oh wait, that was the horse I rode in. Never mind. It was your horse that you rode off on the sunset in? But
There was like carriages and stuff. There would have been more horses out front.
we could drop down onto the top of a carriage. Steal a carriage.
Yeah. I think Babs has her duct tape lasso. She has swung it. It's connected to. She's using the screwdriver connected to it like a handle. She's whipping it around her head. Yeah, and like ropes Hambone and takes the screwdriver and like wedges it in her gold pants until it like locks in place, and then just turns and starts running. I imagine Splats is at her side.
Yeah, basically carrying Bitsy, and you can hear
Fireman's carry or princess carry?
I'm going Princess Carrie. You're actually, if you listen closely through the flames and the destruction, you can actually hear the Whitney Houston song just kind of in the distance from the bodyguard.
Alongside Lady Hambone, like bouncing off everything along the way behind.
We're hitting door jams with heads and shit.
Yeah.
But all the while, it is a very pleasant Shoo, me, 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 me.
Oh,
Me, 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 me. And there's little bubbles coming out of my nose.
I'm running. I guess we run for the windows and jump,
Yeah,
Kind of-
yeah.
kind of Butch and Sundance style, holding or dragging them or bringing them
Yep.
up to the top of a carriage.
leaping out of the mansion, burning, being torn asunder as it is being pulled into the torment nexus. Fireworks exploding everywhere, people
I forgot
running,
about that.
people running in every direction possible. A whole army of dwarven pirates, all just staring at each other agape before one of them looks at another and says, "Back to the ship?" Yeah, back to the ship. And they all start heading off in search of their ship because they should never be on land. Your array of
Their one
goblins
weakness.
rides off towards Guzzle Grove. As you stagger back into the heart of Guzzle Grove, tired, dazed, probably confused, but not dead, grinning like absolute maniacs, sporting golden pants so shiny they almost blind those that dare look upon you. You head towards the heart of the Feastable. Many goblins are gathered around, already eating whatever food that they managed to get from the Poobahs, deigning what they deserve based on the rewards that they had provided to him. But it seems as though he is not happy. There's a pallor of sadness over the Feastable. Apparently no one managed to wow the Grand Poobah. That is until your little troop of goblins in their golden shiny pants starts making their way into the festival.
It's definitely Sandstorm still playing. Yeah.
At your arrival, Bones, you're no longer sleeping. At your arrival, the crowd begins to chant. You're not quite sure whose name they chant loudest, because some of them, see one of you, recognize one of you, and start saying the only name that they recognize. But it's a cacophony of Hambones and Babs and Splats. Someone says Splats the fourth, and then another's like, no, that's the sixth. And someone eventually gets it right.
Cousin Daddy was a fourth. Mm.
And of course, Bitsy, several times over, as everyone recognizes Bitsy when they're clothed. It's only when she's naked that they don't really recognize.
Obviously. It's part of my disguise.
But as the crowd goes wild, you all bask in the cheer of your fellow goblins. And for that one shining moment, there are undeniable stars in the eyes of the Grand Poobah. And he declares that the Grand Gluteus Gobble Feastival has been a success, thanks to each one of you. And he offers you seats next to him at his table, and whatever food you could possibly want. So before we close out tonight, please tell us, Bones, you first, what is Lady Hambone's perfect meal?
Borscht.
Yes.
Lady Hambone chowing down on some borscht. Splats.
I'm gonna go Flintstones. Just the gigantic like racks of ribs that are basically as big as him. Just whatever. It doesn't matter what it's from. You know, just meat, tons of meat. Yeah.
Sauced, of course.
Yeah. Mhm.
Has to be.
Has to be.
Babs.
Grubs. Big, beautiful, juicy grubs.
Juicy and squishy.
Very squishy.
And Bitsy.
I think year-old Halloween candy is her favorite.
Like candy corn.
Stale candy corn.
The stuff that nobody wanted to eat. Yeah, that's
It's really hard,
yeah.
but oddly soft once you bake through the exterior.
Yeah. But I mean, I definitely have, goblins have very sturdy teeth, as it turns out. So I'm able
Of
to
course.
get it.
That one, that one piece of bit of honey that's come down through your family's generations year to year.
It only had half of a wrapper on it by the time you got to it. Yeah.
You found it in the back of your mom's cupboard.
Yeah, it was good.
And,
It's good
and
stuff.
you asked, is this still good? And then your mom's like, yeah, I think so.
I mean, it was never good. Like, that's. I guess.
Honey doesn't go
guess.
bad.
This is just what our family does.
Yeah.
Really. And that concludes tonight's adventure of Goblin with a Fat Ass. The chaos having been dealt with, our goblin companions returning with their asses intact. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us tonight.